Good evening, YouTube world. I'm your host, Paul Italia. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Having a little audio difficulties right now on Mr. Yee's side. We're just getting him all set up in here. As soon as we do, we'll be up and running, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. We got Junk on, Junk off. What's up, Steve? How you doing? Moving forward, clean outs. How you doing, Jamie? Andrew, what's up, brother? How are you tonight? We also got my man Cisco in the house. What is up, Cisco? Kevin Hess, how are you, brother? So, guys, just bear with us a couple minutes. What's up, Drew? How are you tonight, brother? Just here, we're going to bring on Mr. Yee right now. Here we go. Justin, can you hear us good, bro? You got to take you on mute right now. Hold on 1 second.
I got you right there. We're here in the atmosphere.
There you go. We're here. We're live, guys. Perfect. Well, welcome to Forget About It Fridays Unfiltered, everybody. We're kind of going to just freestyle this tonight. You got an echo going on in the background. So what a busy day today, man. It was crazy for me. I have been going since 5:30 in the morning. I literally got done 15 minutes before here. I was racing back from Napa. I was all worried. I'm like, I'm not going to make it in time. And Mr. Yee's going to ready to kill me on this one. But I made it back. It was a good day today.
So you got a good suntan out there today. Got those arms going on and stuff with that good California weather today. It was heated.
Oh, it got hot today, man, for real. It really was. But I want to say, man, what a great day for us today. What I want to say is I got the best tips today. I don't know, like this was just an amazing day with tips. So we're at the big job in Napa. We're doing a furniture clean out and everything. And we're talking with the people. We hit it off like really good. They were from the East Coast originally and all. And, they started telling us about how they make wine and all this stuff. So it just got into we love wine and all that. So they're like, what kind of bottle do you like? And all. They bring us to their collection. Oh, my God. Like, wow. You could have bought a house with this collection.
Welcome to California.
Exactly. But he let us pick out a bottle of wine. We took a bottle of wine. And then, as we got done with the job, we're on our way to the dump and everything, sends over a $200 tip. I was just like, whoa, nice, man. Like,
So how are you receiving payment? Are you going to the Clover machine, or do you do an app?
Gotta say that, man. Okay. So I kept hearing Andrew kept saying that he was the Clover guy, and I kept asking. I asked him like 5 times, bro. Like every single time he told me he's gonna get me it 100%, bro. After 5 times, I just gave up. I'm like, dude, what is going on here? Like, you don't like me or something, bro? Like, what is really good here? So I gave up on the Clover right now. So I don't have the credit card. I gotta get on that. But I gotta admit, I haven't got one person asking to use a credit card since we've been in business, which I thought that was weird at first,
Well, when you show up with a tank top and you got the, the swollen, with those traps, they say, okay, we got cash. Don't worry. We don't want to bother you. You know what I mean? you know what I'm saying?
Yo, our man Triple G, what is up, homie? How are you tonight, man?
Hell yeah. Triple G, what's up, baby? What's up to everybody out there in the chat? We got some guys. Call them out in the chat, Paul. We got some guys in there.
Hell and yeah. Gals. We got my man Jeffrey in the house. He goes, what's your revenue for today? Got to go through that, man. I honestly got to get my head wrapped around what just went down. Like I said, bro, I was racing from Napa because, it's a distance over there. And I got murdered with the traffic today. It was crazy.
That Highway 1's no joke. The 101, we're on top. So when I say we're on top, we're Northern California. We're on top. And that traffic is just,
Oh my God, just nuts. Jeffrey says, I got 2 huge tips today. Also 431.71 and 424 tip. Oh my God, killed it today. That's crazy, bro. What size jobs were those that you got that big, man? Because that was that's why it was crazy, was the $200, because it was only a $375 job, bro. That's why I was just like kind of taken back from that. I was like, oh wow.
So were these new clients or repeaters or?
No, these are new clients. I just met them. We did talk with them for, I think it was like a week or 2 before. I know Nicole was on the phone quite a bit, setting things up and everything. But She has been killing it with customer service. And, we've been working, both of us, whenever we can. We listen to Kevin Hess's training and all that. And I see it rubbing off on her. And normally, like when times where, I think she's going to freeze up or anything, she's coming out with things that Kevin would say. And I'm like, oh, wow. All right. I'm impressed. And I got to say, I think a lot of those tips today were all on Nicole today. So shout out to Nicole.
And thank you so much, Nicole, for the IT help and everything. And I think junk removal is like one of the best businesses for a couple. That it kind of fits together like Velcro. You know what I mean? With a spouse, a girlfriend, and everything. This is one of the businesses where you can actually get along, work together, and it's a beautiful thing. We have so many couples in junk removal.
What's the deal with you guys? Do you bring out wifey on the truck at all? Does she have?
Oh no. My wife wears scrubs, and you know what I mean. She likes to be in the hospital with us. The AC is very, very good, and I bring her on a few. But then after that, broken nail, sweat. She was like, "Babe, I can't do it. I got that degree, babe. I can't do it." So I'm like, "Okay, no problem." You know what I mean?
Jeff says one of the jobs subtotal was 1530. The other subtotal was 2505. Nice, bro. That's some official tips right there, bro. You're doing something right over there. Keep it up, brother. Appreciate it.
Especially for a Friday. End of the week money. That's end of the week money. That's good. I'm trying to. A lot of people are on vacation right now and away right now still. So junk removal was like up and down a little bit right now.
Shout out to Russ. He says, yeah, that's a hard no after 7 years. I missed that. What did he say before that? I'm not sure. And then Jeffrey, I'll send you screenshots of the tips and payments, Paul. It's fire. Great day. Hell yeah. Oh, I believe you, brother. I know you wouldn't lie about that, man. Hell yeah, man.
Where's he located?
Jeffrey's in Minnesota, I believe, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, Jeff, I think Jeff was the one. He wants to box you. Is this?
Whoa.
Yeah, this was he wanted to go to the expo and box you, man.
Yeah, Jeffrey, man. Yeah, Jeff, be nice and be nice, and you know what I mean. Jesus, but the home of 10,000 lakes, Kirby Puckett, the home of Prince. You know what I mean. Let's go.
So that's what Russ says. He was talking about with wifey working and everything. He says working with your wife and all. So it's been 7 years for him for that. Yeah, I got to say, bro, when I got into this and got into junk removal, that was one of the questions that all my friends asked right away. They're like, wait, Nicole's doing this with you and everything? Because
forget about it.
Exactly. Because if you guys ever know, how I treat Nicole like a queen and, she was very taken care of. But I'm telling you, she's not like that at all. She likes getting dirty. She likes going. She loves it, man. Like, we're connecting with it. We're having a lot of fun every day. So, definitely, because I know when we went out to dinner with Matt and JoJo, they would definitely, I could see it in their face. They weren't believing it. They didn't think that Nicole was going to like it at all and all, but she definitely does. Definitely.
Well, you can't judge a book by its cover.
There you go. Well, I got to say, man, before that, she was easy kind of girl. She wasn't into any of the fashion, all the crazy stuff and all that. I was the one pushing that on her. And she would always say, I'm not here for that. I'm not into all that crazy stuff like you. I said, but I am. So, I'm going to get it for both of us. That's just how I am.
Especially coming from Jersey. You know what I mean? We all seen the show and you know what I mean? They're well put together over there. You know what I'm saying?
I got to say this, man. Everybody out here notices her nails. All the ladies go because she's got the Jersey nails where they're like points. They're literally weapons, bro. These things are so sharp, but I love it because every time she rubs my back, everything. Oh my god, it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely part of the budget.
There you go. Jeffrey says, laughing out loud, I said I'll box anyone. Haha, not just Mr. Yee. All right, so it wasn't so aggressive to Mr. Yee, even though I know it, that day it was, man. You were feeling a certain kind of way, but we'll fall back on it. You don't want that smoke with him, bro. He's like 300 pounds, bro. Jeff's a big boy, bro.
Man, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm a lover, not a fighter, and you know what I mean? That's just, I'll leave it up to Paulie. He that's Paulie's world right there.
What's up, Denise? How are you tonight? Thank you for tuning in.
Well, Paul, let's talk about yesterday's show. You had an outstanding, beautiful interview yesterday, bro. I'll cut to the chase. You know what I mean? Let the people know how did it go, my brother?
Oh my God, man. I gotta say, I was so happy with that show. And you know what it was the connection, man. When he was telling his stories, I connected with him on so many different levels, just as far as how I got into junk removal, things that he was saying about being an entrepreneur and always going on to the next move, and his head doesn't stop. It's, he doesn't really have much hobbies. And I was explaining how I get into a hobby, and next thing I'm making it into the next business and all. That's just how crazy I am. But what I want to say is, I really hit it off with Matt. I now have his cell phone number. Me and Matt are going to be talking a lot. Throwing some ideas around. He's definitely going to get me linked up with a couple of people that he said, yo, you belong on TV, bro. You got that character and everything. And it was so funny because the camera guy for Hoarders is a very good friend of mine from arm wrestling world. His name is Aaron Castillo. And he was a big fan of me in arm wrestling. He would always come out to my house and he would film completely free any events I threw. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this dude would show up with all the Hoarders camera sets, like, I mean, an official setup here, and he would never ask for a penny or anything. And it got crazy anywhere around the country, because every week or two we'd be at another state throwing another event every weekend and all. And I turn around and Aaron would just pop in out of nowhere, and I was like, bro, how are you over here? And he's like, we're taping for Hoarders right now. I'm not really supposed to be here, but they let me leave for a few hours, and this is what I do. So hearing the other side of that story from Matt and him connecting, and he's like, you're the arm wrestling guys. Bro, he used to always bounce and he would disappear for a few hours and then tell us he was doing some crazy arm wrestling stuff. Well, he was with us and all that. So Aaron would always say to me, yo, we got to get you on camera, man. And I would tell him, I was like, bro, I've already been picked up from reality shows. They bought us, paid for 2 seasons with Left Right Productions. And then they just put us to sleep after that. It never actually came after, because they merged with another big company. But it's just funny that the same guys see me and they're like, dude, we got to get you in there. So maybe now I'm in the junk removal industry. Maybe they're going to talk to the right people. And
I was just, I watched the show this morning, and I was just waiting for him to say Mr. Yee Yee. I said, hey, I said, what happened over here? I said, hey, well, you know what I mean? I guess I missed the bus. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're gonna have to bring him back on, man. It sounds like he's always down to come on, man. He is a really true, cool guy, man. And he made it clear. He's like, bro, you're on the team, brother. He goes, don't feel weird texting me anytime you want. Any questions you got, I got you, bro. I was like, oh, that is amazing, man. So he actually is coming out to North Cal next week, but unfortunately I'm going on vacay, not vacay. I got to go to my other place. I'm going out to New York, so I won't be out here next week. So, we're going to miss each other this time, but I'm probably going to pop in wherever they're filming somewhere soon. I'll just jump on a plane and go hang out for the weekend or something with them. Definitely. Yeah, Russ, he's a good dude, same in real life as on podcast. Yeah, Russ, he knew you very well, man. That was really cool to see that, man. I was like, yeah, he's our friend Russ and all, and whatever you said, it triggered some. He's like, oh my God, I met that guy. He's like, him and his son, man, great people and all that. So that was really cool too. Kevin says, make a video of Nicole using my training. Oh, that's a good one, bro. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I think we'll definitely do that. That's a good idea right there. Russ says, I make a good impression. Ha, ha, ha. Ah, man, you go messing with the gurus, man. You were messing with Ricky Ricardo, bro. That's where you messed up in the industry. You got blacklisted over there. But don't worry, we got you now.
Is Russ going to the Junk Expo?
Yeah, man. I told him he's coming to chill with us, man. You're at our table over there.
Wow.
So,
well, you better, a couple of those Ziploc, a couple of those, you know what I mean? Ziplocs, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? A couple of those, but not the small ones, though. You know what I'm saying? Those big boys.
The quality, baby. The quality.
Yeah,
T-Rex, what up? T-Rex, what up, fam?
What's up? What's up, my brother? Southern California right there in the house. T-Rex, well, we see you, baby.
Yo, Timo, you melting down there today, bro? How hot was it down there, man?
It's about 95 degrees over here, bro. 97, 95, and oh man, it was just.
Russ, you're breaking my heart here. What do you mean I'm not sure on the expo, bro? I thought we had this worked out. You coming to hang out, man? Come on, bro. Mr. Yee, talk to Russ here, bro. Talk some sense into him.
Russ, you got to make time. You got to. It's not just making time. You got to make your presence. And a lot of people don't realize that. Everybody who goes there with your work shirt, you guys are just representing yourself and just representing a bigger thing called junk removal. and dumpster rentals. It's all the same thing. We all pick up trash and junk, and you know what I mean, and whatever it is. But we all represent each other. It's like one big. I was watching a good movie the other night. One big collaboration when you get all the junk bosses together, and you know what I mean. The what is it called? What is it? Oh man, what is it called? When they all get together. When they all get together. You
Sit down,
know
baby.
the the commission, the
Commission.
commission, the
Okay. Yep.
commission. Everybody comes from Jersey, New York, out of state. Everybody over here, and you get some Swedish meatballs and everything going. And you know what I mean. I should be Italian, the way I speak.
You should, man. You
Forget
say things.
about
I'm like, oh my god, look at him. Like, I think he's
it.
Italian under there, man.
Too many Robert De Niro movies. You know
I
what I'm
love it.
saying?
Shout out to Julio. What's up, brother? How are you, my man? How you been, bro?
Julio.
Jeff says, how's the hot tub sled going? Oh, I got a story for you. Any issues with it yet? Just curious. I just received my new one. Yeah, bro. So I used it today, man, on that furniture clean out. So I have a bunch of videos that'll be going out in the next couple of days and all. That saved my ass today, bro. This was going to be a real bitch of a job. And, I actually forgot the sled was back there, and I opened up the back. I'm like, yes, the sled is there. It was, everything was on the side of a house. They had like mulch down. So that's what the surface was. I just put the sled down, went right over everything, just slid it right on there. Yo, it was the easiest thing. Went right under the lift gate, right up, boom. It was. You'll see it on video, man.
You don't roll it up and put it in one of your boxes?
No, I don't fit in the box because
Oh
it's
wow.
yeah, it's too big. It like expands, like or if I had like a ratchet strap or something, I'm sure I could.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
just throw it in the back, man. As long as I don't forget it at the dump, because I almost did that a couple of times
I was
already.
gonna say it's not if, it's when.
Yeah.
That's the key words in junk removal. Not if, it's when.
Well, I know that the people at the dump, they're all watching for that day, bro. I'm sure
Yeah.
they have it eyed out. My U-line big red bin, and they got my sled probably eyed out,
No,
hoping.
you know what you got to do. You got to spray paint your name on it.
Oh, I got the stickers all over. Italians,
Um,
they got the forget about stickers everywhere.
you got to
Oh
spray
yeah,
paint
but they'll fucking they go right over it. And Mr. Yee,
Mhm.
like, I'll rob that shit.
Nah,
You with his stickers.
man, we find so many things at the landfill, garbage cans,
Yep.
everything people drop by accident. You know
Yo,
what I mean?
I gotta bring this up, man. So I don't go to the dump much, man. And I see why, bro. I went over to the dump and everything. Bro, oh my God. It's like driving through a mile of a mosh pit, freaking all kinds of shit that you gotta go over. I mean, now I see what everybody talks about with the flat tires, but I'm trying to say in my head, why does anybody go to this dump then? Why don't we just all go to transfer stations?
Because I have three in my area. I have one that's 10 minutes from my house. I have another that's about 15, and I have another that's about 25 away. And it's just wherever the jobs are at, so closer. And that's just one thing about those landfills. Nails, screws, people dump every freaking there. They don't care. You know what I mean? And the spotters who are guiding you where to go, they don't care. And it's just, you go on a hot day like this, all those gases come up out of the dirt. And then the guy who has to wet down the area every like half an hour, he has to wet it down. So it's like driving through a mosh pit of straight
Yes.
mud.
So
And
give me tips. What do is there anything I need to know? Is there a certain route I go? Where do I stay? You know what I mean? Like what's
no,
the in?
you
Is there any
just
smart way of going there? Because I'm like, bro, I'm going through that. I'm like, yo, this is just wrecking the truck. Like, I got
you
a
just
brand new truck. If you keep doing that over time, it is
yeah.
gonna.
You just go slow, and you try not to go to those landfills. You try to say, I'll save room, I'll break that down, I'll break that down. I gotta go to my transfer station. I do not want to go to that landfill, but sometimes you
You know
got
what else is really messed up? Oh, I don't know what it's like by you guys. The dump, man. So most of the ton prices are cheaper and everything than the transfer station, but this is where it changes with the minimum. So the minimum at the dump is double what it would be at the transfer. So
yeah,
I'm thinking I'm saving money right now. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's all right. It'll be worth it, going through this hell and everything. It's
yeah,
a little closer right now. And then
hmm
when I got the bill and I'm like, yo, the minimum is double the price. Like
yeah,
that don't
because
make
you
no
didn't do a
sense.
full load, you get a discount with the full load.
Yup.
So our minimum is just $40 right now, but everything keeps on going up, and in our area right now.
85 over here with the friggin' dump.
So right now in our area, we have a major. with Recology and Republic, we have a major strike with the garbage company going on right now because of Southern
Yo,
California,
bro,
Manteca, the
you
Teamsters.
are. I meant to hit you up 2 days ago. We got the notification about that, and it said Fairfield was about to kill it. And I was like, dude, you
Yeah.
need to go and go hard in Fairfield right now.
Well, I got referred a job today. Shout out to my boy Todd out there, Three Kings hauling. You know what I mean? I caught the biggest fish that day. But anyways,
Ah,
uh, uh, people are calling us right now, left and right, and saying, "Hey, do you guys take waste, trash?" And we say, "Yeah, we do." But you got to pay our prices because it's just like right now there's like an epidemic going on with the strike. It's the first time this thing has happened. People don't know what they're doing, and right now you're starting to see how much people respect junk removal and how much they don't respect junk removal. Because it's like, if you want me to take one of your bins full of freaking maggots and trash, that's a whole different situation than really junk removal, even though it's all part of it. But when you gotta take bags out of that 60-yard bin, I mean 60-gallon bin, and that shit's been sitting there for days, and like their
ugh.
garbage day was last Tuesday. I would charge no less than $100 bill for a bin. This is what you got to go through. Make sure you thank your garbage company who really doesn't care, and that's just it.
Yo, shout out to my man Joe. He calls himself the Trash Man. Yo, what's good, guys? Checking in from NYC.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, New York in the house, brother. I'll be out there this week, man. I'm gonna be out there for the week and everything. Got a bunch
Hmm.
of other things I gotta tie up with the other business and all. But yeah, if I get some free time, I might go out to lunch with a couple of the haulers in the area over there and see if we get some going on with that. Maybe get some content out there.
I'm sure you should put a Facebook situation out and say, "Hey, I'm touching base. I'm coming. I'm back home for a minute," and you'd be
Homie, do you
surprised.
know what my phone would do if I did that, bro? Are you nuts? Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, yeah, nah, my phone would never stop for the next couple weeks.
So
Julio
so
says,
so do you go out there and does you mess your whole diet up, or what I mean? I know you
bro,
eat
I
whatever
live
you
there. It's the
want.
same. It's the same thing. When you're at your own
Okay.
house, it's what I mean. I
Yeah.
got it. It don't change anything, bro. It's just the only thing that changes is my friends in the area,
And the
which I like.
weather.
Yeah, that's it, man. But out there this time of year, it's hot. It's real nice. We're gonna be out on the boat all week and everything, and yeah, go out
Forget
to
about it.
and
Forget
forget
about it.
about it.
Forget about it.
I
Hey,
guess you guys haven't seen how I live out in New York, man. Since
yeah.
I've been there, I haven't even really been out there. So you
Well,
guys are
you
gonna
didn't.
get all the content and all that.
Well, you didn't say, Mr. Yee, I got a ticket for you. I want you to come out there with me for a week. I,
Ah,
I,
yo, the spot that I would do that would be Florida, bro. That's where all that goes. That's where the fun goes down. We got paradise. I'm right on the beach right there. I mean, you go outside my place, we're in paradise, brother. That's
yeah,
the
I,
perfect spot.
I definitely make an exception to smoke a cigar with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. I love it. I love it. Julio says, hope all the other haulers have been busy and loving life. Brother, I killed it the last like few days. Well, when I say kill it for me, for the newbie and everything,
Yeah,
For
yeah.
you guys, you'd be like, it's a fucking slow down. Or Ricky Ricardo, he'd be talking shit. Oh, that's all you got and everything.
Man, that's just what everybody's in their own lane, and whatever made you happy, and just for that phone to ring and get back on that little, what I mean. I needed that day. That day makes me feel good because of all the other days that were slow or whatever. But that kind of day is why I did this.
Yeah. You know what's been changing for me? What I'm liking about this is, I'm still not in good terms with Google and everything. So it's nothing, not much coming from Google. This is all me organically. And what I mean that is me being around my neighborhood. It's just being present everywhere, going into all these shops, taking pictures, every shop I go to, talking to every single person. I'm just handing out stickers. I went through 100 stickers today. I just want to explain. Today, as I did 5 jobs, I did 100 stickers out to everywhere I go. There's not a person that goes by me that I don't talk and tell them the story. But yo, come to think of that, I went on a rant earlier. I don't know if you seen, man. I got all aggressive and everything. I
We
seen
seen.
I seen that Matt Fitch post earlier, and it was like seething in me, bro. And I had to remind myself, yo, bro, you're not out money, dude. Why are you getting so fucking mad right now? And it was just the way that he did it, man. And he's just making these like snarky ass posts, and I'm like, brother, if that was me that you owed money right now, I guarantee you would not be doing it. I'd be sitting on your front lawn waiting for you to come out. Like, you are crazy what you are doing, my man. And you posted shit. You are very easy to be found. Like, I can't believe none of these guys even came to visit here, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Eddie's got some balls up. What are you thinking, man?
I think he expressed himself, and today was like Willy Wonka coming out of the chocolate factory for so long, and you know that's the post he put out, and I don't think anybody's going to get the true story until he really addresses it, but he may never address it. And what I took from the message was what I took from the post was everybody he fired, he didn't like. And he's like, fuck
You
you.
guys, you guys act like you fired him and you stopped working with. Nah, bro. A month before you guys even realized he was just gonna take that severance pay,
Yeah.
he fired you all.
He
So
fired
you
you
know that.
guys, and he fired you guys and said, I fired you for a reason. And maybe a lot of people are not telling the truth about what's going on. And, imagine how many these big franchise businesses deal with customers, and they don't like every customer. We go to some houses and meet some clients, and sometimes we don't like the situation we're in, but I still want to make some money, but it's like, fuck that client. And you might log that client in your phone like client Steve, but was a effing problem. So next time he calls, that's Steve and he's a freaking problem.
So talk to me, brother. What do you think? Like what I was saying, about everything going on in the industry and all. Do you kind of agree with this stuff? And do you agree that we kind of got to be a little tighter as far as letting people know when somebody comes on, if we haven't worked with them yet, we let that be known, not saying anything bad or anything, just letting them know, we are bringing them on because we want to learn about it. If somebody does, work with them or gets one of their services, then we're reporting back on that. And then we will say, what happened during that. Now, if we had a good experience, now we put our seal of approval, meaning like we vouch for it. And all I'm trying to do is just get some reality here and kind of get rid of all the scheming and scamming, because, you just hear so much stuff and then you find out like 99% of it's not real, and I just want to put an end to it. And then the other thing I want to make mention is I see so many people, going under and just kind of sweating these so-called gurus, and what I mean by sweating is they're not paying or getting any services done by them, but then they are going talking about them in such a highly like, oh my God, putting them on a pedestal, but yet you've never worked with these people. So what you are doing is you're portraying something that's not reality. And now somebody else, say Billy Bob is thinking about buying a service, and he was up in the air and not sure if he should go with that because of all the shit that's been going on in the industry. And we don't know who's real and who's not. But he's seen you saying, oh, you're the best, man. And, your stuff and all that. Well, you really don't know at all because you've never hired them. So you're causing the problem. And I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying like you're doing it maliciously, but I think all of us kind of got to be more conscious of that, because that's kind of what happened. I'm going to give the example of Matt Fitch. Everybody's seen Matt Fitch go on the expo stage and everything. So that kind of gave him that platform. Like, okay, let's hear what he's got to say. Then he went in and he was just kind of spewing everything else that was said that's true in the industry and all. So now we're all taught like these guys are the ones that are successful. This is who we're supposed to follow, and we're going to be successful too. But that's where the problem lies right there. Now, there's other red flags we all should have noticed. One being Matt Fitch doesn't have a junk removal company anymore. That to me, Russ cleared that up for me. I didn't think of it like that. But when Russ said that, I said, you know what, bro? You're right. It's the same thing with my businesses. I have 3 successful businesses. You don't see me shutting down any of those businesses to run junk removal. But when somebody does shut down their junk removal to become a coach in junk removal, that should have been a red flag for all of us. We didn't know we had to worry about things like that before, but now we know. So now we need to be wary of that. You know what I mean? And really look into people and not just go with what all the people are saying. Oh, well, he's good because so-and-so he said he's good. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
what are you thinking on that, bro?
I think that this show and the Tuesday show, the Junk Family show on Tuesday, it's giving people their opportunity to speak about their experiences and about what's going on with all the coaching, the teachers, and the gurus and the guys selling packages. And I think only the ones who are not doing good business or things that are going on, there's something red flaggy about them, those are the ones who are being talked about, because I don't see a lot of people talking about JRA. I don't see a lot of people talking about these other guys. So the people that are being addressed are the ones who, you know what I mean? Obviously, there's a gray area there. There's a situation there, but anytime you spend any type of money, I don't care if I spend when I go get gas, you know what I mean? I want the price I want it to be the right price for me. I go to a certain store because I like the groceries, how they taste over there, and it's more better for my situation. So people have to realize, watch how you spend your money. But a lot of people don't want to do their own work these days. So that's why there's somebody to do that for them. And it may not be the best situation for you, or you may not like what they're doing for you, but you paid that person. You gave that person that money. And you could have reached out to a lot of other people and asked the YouTube University junk removal world, hey, how do you guys think about this guy? And don't ask somebody who's part of that group. You know what I mean? And do your research. So I think a lot of people are guilty for their own actions who put money into it. It's like when you pay somebody to do your SEO, when you Facebook ads, when you pay somebody to do your website, and it just goes bananas because you weren't really. I wasn't thinking. I didn't even do my homework really. I just did it. But now you see the freaking ladder that someone has to climb to get it back better. So it kind of goes with you guys out there, try to do these things yourself. I've been doing so much editing myself, my own videos, and you guys have probably been seeing on my social media. I've been dropping my own videos of advertising. I'm trying to change everything where I can advertise myself instead of just like saying hi to all my junk buddies, because I love all you guys out there, but you guys are not sending me an envelope. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to change my whole situation, even my YouTube, where I'm putting out more content where it's about promoting my business. So, but I'm doing this all myself because I'm downloaded the apps, I'm mastering it, I'm doing my editing, and like, you know what I mean? But I'm doing this comparing to what someone's doing for me right now. So I can do it myself probably better, but I have to try it myself to realize that. But it ain't gonna take me no $10 fucking thousand to realize, hey, this ain't working for me. It takes me 30 days. It takes me probably 1 week to realize something ain't working for me.
But what I want to explain, man, because this is where it gets confusing for us, man. It's you're looking at it in kind of a different way, bro. You're an OG. You're 5 years in, so you're not in that position where we are. Your business is established. You have regulars. That is big difference right there alone. Now, when you're sitting home and your phone's not ringing, and I'm in a different position than others, and I keep reminding myself that if I didn't have the other incomes, would this be different? And it would be night and day difference, bro. So that's the difference, man. So these guys are sitting home on the couch, and then you're listening to the guys that are in the in circle that are all the gurus, and every single video that you're hearing is you got to go use their buddy or you got to use their service. So you start second guessing what you're saying of just staying organic and not spending all this money, because you're like, bro, my phone's not ringing. What am I, a fuck up? These guys are telling me how to do it. They look like they know what they're doing. So that's what's going on. And then what's going on, man, is they're controlling all the Facebook groups. It's came this little pack, and now they're all making each other moderators and administrators. So they're controlling the noise and the narrative that's out there. Now, if you get pushed from the group, now your voice is not heard in that group no more. So, if you drop a service with somebody or whatever, now you're not going to be heard about, and that's where we're getting into the problem. And then what's going on in this inner circle is now everybody's doing these little kickbacks. And it's like, oh, I'll hook you up, bro. You send them that way, I'll give you a little kickback. And it sounds great to these people, you know what I mean? But now they're starting to lose the integrity by doing this, and they're
What
not really thinking about that.
I think the only way to fight back at that is to start your own group. And social media is the new way of protesting. There's not a lot of people out there protesting. They are on certain situations, like with the whole ICE thing and stuff like that. But like social media is the number one protesting machine. If you can get on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and just make a little 30-second video about what you went through, you'd be surprised how many people will look at that like, oh, it's
But
just
they don't even have to go that far and put themselves in the line of fire, because that would put them in a line of fire. But they could contact you, they could contact me privately, and they could say, hey, bro, I just had a different situation with that guy than what you were saying on there. And all that's going to do to us is it's going to put us on radar. Now we know something that, somebody that's unhappy. So we're going to look into things more, and we're going to look at somebody more. And what we're trying to do is stop guys just going silent after they get screwed, because I don't know if it's out of embarrassment. I don't know if they're afraid that they're going to get blacklisted in the community or whatever, but whatever reason, they decide to stay silent, and now nobody else is knowing this is going on. And then when you join with that inner circle that these guys are all together and they're all pushing their services, and anytime you talk to them, they're trying to sell you their stuff and then all their buddies stuff, because they're going to get a kickback and all that. Guys, kickback. Look,
Mhm.
start seeing, like, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
start
yeah,
making sense of things, guys. Don't
yeah.
just go and say, because this guy has a big name and everything, and all the big names are saying go there. Well, that's the problem here, man. That's why we're getting sharked here.
Yeah, I think that a lot of content creators like us, we are getting more, a lot of people are reaching out to us more and asking us more questions now. And like, you know what I mean? We are here to help you guys, and you know help you avoid from losing so much money and going through the headaches. And it's just, you really have to watch who you surround yourself with. You really have to watch, who you do business with. And this is a business. You are paying this business. This business is paying for your bills. So at the end of the day, there's not too many friends. You know what I mean? Especially in the Facebook world and all that. These guys are not sending you jobs. These guys are not saying here's a referral. So what you should be doing is, you know what I mean, is handling your business, and doing what it takes to get your business to be going. And that's just it, because at the end of the day, you're the one paying your bills. You're the one handling your business, not those Facebook groups where you just, I think that, Matt Fitch posted, and what he did was, he was like, I don't want to spend hours on social media. I don't want to spend this much time. It's taking too much of my life. And I think he's kind of right on that, because you know we spend a lot of time on social media. And are you there?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. And a lot of time we put this content out, we put these shows out, and then we're on the interwebs. And like, sometimes my wife has to tell me to put the phone down myself. And it's just like, because what I'm just trying to be in a loop where I'm watching, and like, at the end of the day, you have to decide what's really best for you and what you should be paying attention to. And the only way to make your business grow is to go through the ups and downs, fails and get back up, and learn this business. And it's going to take time. And if somebody says that I don't got no time, I'm too busy, you make time for those other unnecessary things in your life. You make time to post on that Facebook and do all that. You make time for this, but you won't make time to go walk in a realtor's office, or go buy a sign and go put a sign up. You won't make time for a 5 minute post on Facebook. That's how you learn to get better. Because when I first started posting, I didn't have the best post, but now, oh man, you know what I mean? After learning and doing and doing and doing and doing, and then making my own thumbnails for YouTube, making my own videos, how to put the letters in the background, I learned all that myself because I made the time. And a lot of people, they just, here's my money. You do it for me. And
And exactly what you said, brother, is instead of putting in that on the ground, putting in work, social media post, it's just easy to say, oh, I don't do that, I'm not a social media guy. You know what I mean? And then what they expect is they expect to go to like a Facebook ads or a Google ads guy, and that's going to change the game for them. But if you weren't making that footage to begin with, what do you think is going to change? You know what I mean? Somebody else is going to run your social media and all of a sudden it's going to work. That makes no sense. You got to
so it
just get out there, man.
so it takes time unless you have the capital for it and you can afford it, then that's what it is. But you know what I mean? If someone ripped you off or you didn't like their services, but you kept on giving that person
But
money.
hold on. Let me stop you with that, bro. It's not just throw the money at it if you got the money. I have it, brother. That is
Yeah,
the worst thing you could do in this
I
world because I
know.
almost did it. You know what I mean? Oh my God, those sharks, that blood will be in. Oh my God, the frenzy will start. They are going to be
I
nipping
think
away.
I think I told you in the beginning, you know what I mean? Like once they smell blood,
Oh,
they're not going to leave. The sharks are not going to leave the reef. They're going to keep on sticking around because everybody wants a piece at a Paulie. Ow, ow, ow. And we're only human. We make mistakes. What are you going to do? You learn from it. And that's just it. You know what I mean? And me, I made mistakes. You know what I mean? I needed help with my SEO, so I got with someone. But I see the improvements. I see the progress. I see what it's doing for me.
Mr. Yee, what is your thing in life? Like, what is one of like things that you just know in life? Baseball cards. Give me something that really like that. Just boom.
I know if something's not going to work for me.
No, no,
Quick.
no, 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 no. Like your hobbies or something. Because I see you as like a
um,
baseball guy. Like you always know your cards. Like anything when it comes to cards, it's like you know everything about that.
you know, back in the day, I loved fishing. I used to fish every day. After work, it was my main getaway because it takes me back to time with my father and just relaxing and going fishing and just on a Sunday in San Francisco where I'm born and raised and just fishing and baseball was a big part of my life when I was a kid. And just a California history. Like when we're on the boat, I'm telling guys about
This
it,
is why. Hold on. I don't mean to cut you off, but this is why I'm saying this, bro. Fishing. I want to know things about fishing right now. I start asking you some questions. You're going to know everything. That's your thing. You've did it
yeah,
for many years. It's your hobby. So if somebody talks about it, you're going to get excited. Your eyes are going to open up and you're just going to start anything you're going
yeah,
to spew out.
yeah.
Red flag, guys. Red flag, guys. If you are looking to get a service and you start asking questions and you don't get that feeling that guy has a passion, that dude is just spewing things out like diarrhea to mouth. He can't stop because he loves it so much and he just knows everything. He, Let me give you an example. Russ, you tell Russ something in junk removal. This man will go off. He knows
Oh,
every part of the details of being there, doing it from every different part of it. When you go to a guy and they don't do that and they start telling you I got to contact my team and all that, red flag right there, guys.
yeah.
Like there should be none of that, guys. That's what that means. I'm going to translate it to you guys right now. So that person is going to make a phone call. It's usually overseas. It might be not be overseas, but usually they're going to make a phone call overseas. And what they are doing is they are a client to somebody else that is actually doing the work for them. And they're paying them very minimal fee, maybe like 1/4 of what you paid them to hire them as a guru for your services. So they just took your money, played the middleman, and they went overseas. And now they give that person the money. That person tells them the advice. Hey, man, how do I answer this question? And that guy goes and tells him, and then he comes back and tells you. But it's a couple days process, and you're probably wondering, like, why do I gotta wait a couple days every time? This guy's got to do some work on my shit. It's never like right there. Yo, if you know your shit and you're that guru, you hit me up anytime. All these guys in my chat, I've had about 4 or 5 guys in the last 2 days hit me up about fitness and everything. What did I do, guys? Give me a call. Get on the
Hmm.
phone with me, and I just, get your pen and paper and just let me go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
And
on and on.
I'm the type of guy, from my hustle on the streets. I don't like the middleman. I like going straight to the connect. straight to the source, and just forget all that other shit, bro. You know what I mean? Just where's it at? This hat is made in China or the Philippines, but it's sold at the Giants dugout. So we've been outsourcing product in our nation for over 100 years. You know what I mean? So it's always been that way. So, you got to go where it makes sense and where you get the best bang for your buck at. And that's just it. When you see somebody who has jumped ship so early in the game to you know what I mean, to mentor people, I just, because I do this not for thrills, I do this for reals, and I have a passion for this, for anything I do. And this is a cash cow business. You know what I mean? Yes, it's dirty. Yes, you're gonna do some work, but this is a cash cow business. If you do it right, you're making a couple $100,000 a year easy, and it's gonna come. Why would you just say, I want to go to do this and I want to answer calls and answer emails and deal with the headaches, people, whoop, 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 whoop. And then at the end, you may not get burnt. You play with fire, you may not get burnt the first time, you may not get burnt the second time or the third time, but eventually you're going to get burnt. And maybe a lot of gurus and these people in the game are going through that now. And I think junk removal is a different junk removal these days. And you know what I mean? People are not listening to those people that they used to. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and content creators, and you know what? I'm not their audience anymore because I'm me. I've soaked up enough game what I needed, and I'm still open to education and listening, but I'm not their audience anymore, and I can't just watch that content. I can't watch someone who says I make $1,000 a day. I can't do that because I make $2,000 or $3,000 a day. It's just, but for the guys who are beginning, and that's how all of us started, you know what I mean? But I think now with this show and a lot of other solo creators, you guys are learning that, you know what I mean? You don't have to listen to the big guys or whatever guys. You can contact us. You can contact so many other people, and we can give you the resources that we go through and recommend and help you out, because that's all we want to do is network.
And we're not trying to sell you anything. That's the thing. We're not here trying to sell anything. That's the big difference here. Todd says, bro, he don't know fishing. He said, "Stop it, bro."
Like the old saying says, I could tell him the sky's blue, but he's going to tell me the sky's purple. You know what I mean? So I know. You see, I said that because I knew he was watching. I got you. I knew it.
What's up, Ignacio? How you doing, homie?
North Bay in the house. North Bay in the house.
That's a guy you want to follow right there. My man keeps it busy. He's doing it right. He's killing it out there, man. Hell yeah.
He's on TikTok. He's doing his thing on TikTok. He does a lot of content on TikTok. So you guys go see what is that? North Bay, what is it? North Bay hauling?
North Bay junk removal.
That's a guy who you want to watch on TikTok because he's putting that content out. And a lot of guys are putting that content out with their glasses these days and showing you guys. Those are the guys who you should be watching.
That's it.
There's a plug right there for you, my brother.
Russ says, contact my team means call the guy I'm subbing out. Do yourself. Do your stuff. Yep, exactly, bro. Black Road Bound says 4 years ago, no one was running ads in my area. So many people throwing money at Google, trying to take the easy road, and Google is the real winner, in my opinion. I am all about the guerrilla marketing, like Paul. Bro, you just nailed it right there, bro. That is so it. And that's what I mean. That's why, Russ, when you said that comment earlier with the Facebook ads and some people are just scared, I want to build the foundation. Believe me, brother, I'm going to be there. I'm going to get there soon. And it's just, we've had this conversation of why I'm not doing that yet. But, I want to do it a different way, man. I want to build that foundation because I see it, man. When you get these repeats and you build your little circle and everything, that's your lifeline right there, man. Those are the ones you really want and all that. And then once you got enough of those, then if you want to start, experimenting with the ads and all, but you got the income coming in organically, where if something happens, Google shuts you down. It's like, fuck you, Google. I got other ways. You know what I mean?
Or you turn it down. You turn your ads down in a slow season. You have to learn this. You have to learn your season, when to turn your ads up, when to turn your ads down. I'm just saying, not that I know, but I'm just saying.
Mr. Yee, let's keep everybody up to date, man. Tell them what you're doing with Facebook ads. Tell them who you're working with and how we're gonna keep everybody up to date. And then
Okay.
also, yeah, and I want to shout out, Blake, man. I had a phone call with Blake and everything. He was telling me all about what you guys got going on. I was really excited to hear that. And I want to say, man, I'm haven't gone through anything with the Facebook yet ads yet. I told you I want to wait. I want to see how Mr. Yee does and all that. But I gotta say, bro, Blake is a real one, dude. That dude, I was having problems like setting up a business page and everything. I just kind of told him, yo, bro, he took it upon himself to go help me out. He went and made the business page. He didn't ask for nothing. It was just as a homie and everything. Yo, I appreciate that, brother. I really do, man. I texted you back, but I just want to say that out to the public and all. Blake's a really good person, man. And I'm really, really excited that you're working with him. And I want you to keep us posted the whole way, bro. For real, man.
I'm really excited to be the guinea pig. Trust me.
I love it.
Shout out to Blake out there. You know, you guys can see him, Top Dog Digital Solutions. Blake Short. He's on Facebook, and trust me, he's probably watching right now. Shout out to my guy. And so we decided to step into Facebook ads, and see what this whole commotion's about, and being Meta is linked in with Instagram, and it has this big platform of viewers. So I decided to see what the Facebook ads is about, because we all know it's a cheaper situation than Google or Yelp. So I decided to let me see what this is about, and it's a little different from me, from letting someone control my situation, and the way they post compared to the way I post. But I think you have to, before you judge the situation, you have to really be I would say, just be willing, because this is not going to happen overnight. You're not going to say, okay, my ad started Monday, and how come I haven't had 20 calls, or how come I haven't booked this one big job to already pay for all of this. So I don't think you
Can
should
you
be
can you tell can you tell me like what is like the process and everything? Like how does it all work, man? Like whatever you want to share. I don't want you to give out all the juicy stuff and all, but like what can you share with us, man? Kind of give us like how it all goes and all.
well, that's what this show is about, right?
Okay.
So I mean, basically you link in with Blake, and Blake checks your situation out, and he gives you a nice his team gives you a nice picture of what what I mean you need, and what they can do for you, and where you should be targeting clients, and scrollers, and people who are looking at reels, than just all my junk buddies who are liking my picture. So you know and you really have to be patient with these guys, because first, they don't have to take you as a client. You know what I mean? So if they take you as a client because they see potential in you, so you know you
Now,
go through
how does
that.
it work with people in the area? Like, can they work with multiple people in one area? Like, how does that all work?
So that's the good thing about it, is that um I wouldn't say they cannot work with someone in their area, but say Blake's running an ad for me. I wouldn't say he cannot work with someone in my area, but that company definitely has to let you know, hey, this guy in your area wants to run a situation. You know what I mean? It's kind of a gray area with you know what I mean? Do you want him? Do you want me to hook him up? Can I hook him up? It's totally up to you, because I'm running a campaign for you. And me, my situation is hell no. You know what I mean? Don't First come, first serve. You had every opportunity. That's just it. And you know what I mean? It's nothing personal, but it's business. So why would I want, you know what I mean, two people doing this together in this mile radius? It's not going to work out. It's not. It's not. We already get the same calls anyway. But you know what I mean? That's just the situation, and he breaks it down for you, and I think that you just have to give it a give it a shot, and see if it works for you,
So
and make sure.
how does it work? Like, how do you get the phone calls? Like, because I know it runs off of a business page, right? It's not your personal page.
Yeah, it's off the business page, and you send them content, and they put it together for you, and you know what I mean. They mix it
But
up
I'm
for you.
saying like the call of action, like how does that happen? Like do they go through the page? They contact you through Facebook? Do they call your phone? Do they go to your website?
All of the above. All of the
Ah,
above.
okay.
It's a CRM. It's a CRM, and they go through the Meta, through the Messenger, and then they come straight to me. So some businesses have a, let me see, I have it written down right here because I had too many notes. He takes notes. But a lot of people, a lot of different businesses who do Facebook ads for you, they have a pre-qualifying system for clients. Therefore, you don't get no bullshit clients who are getting through the system that go to you. Because why would you want to pay for something and you get a bunch of dumbass calls like someone
So so
calling me?
they're filtering them
Some
through.
do. Some companies do, some don't.
How does that happen though? Like, do you know how do they filter it at
They
all?
have to they have to have a certain software. They have a
Ah,
certain
okay.
software, so they have a certain software. So some companies do, some don't. They have to have a certain software. So once the lead generation comes in, type in, they hit the message button or learn more, then that's when the whole software kicks in. That's when the whole software, like an AI, whatever software kicks in. Hey, how you doing? My name is Rudy. How can we help you with junk removal? And the more, I'm guessing, the more that they fill out into the message process, those are hot leads. Because
So
the
so
per
now how okay, so who's the customer like on Facebook? Is that somebody that's actively looking? Because isn't it that where they say where Google is like they're actively looking, where Facebook you're kind of planting a seed for the future. So like what are you seeing? Are you seeing people that are like woke up this morning, they're like, yo, I'm calling a junk removal company. I'm going on Facebook to find them. Like, is that like the person? Like, how does it all, how does it all make
I
sense?
think I think Google is more of a people are typing in junk removal near me, furniture removal near me, you know what I mean, yard clean out near me. So that's where Google will, you hit the call now button on Google, however you have it set up, so they call you, but or they message you. But on Facebook, it's more of a go through a software system where they filter out a bad lead to compare to a good lead that goes straight to your phone, either a text message or through the CRM system. That, you know what I mean, you would get through through what you're paying for through their system, and you learn a lot when you go through this process, because I'm learning so much right now just in 1 week of, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. You know what I mean? Is this work for me? If this doesn't work for me, oh wow, can I do that myself? Or do I need to keep on paying someone to do it for me?
Are
So
you do you have like a dashboard? Like are you seeing it like every day like your Facebook? Like is there a page that you're looking at like your
so
Facebook ad?
basically you set up a Meta Messenger account where
Okay.
you could look up all the what's it called, the
Algorithm or whatever.
algorithms, all the people who have clicked onto you, all the people who are watched your video for less than 30 seconds, all the people who are looking for who are clicked onto you. Or you could let the business you're going through, who's doing running your ads for you, they can do everything for you.
I just gotta read a couple of these off, and I also want to shout out to our man Richard. He's up in Canada. He's out camping with the family right now. What's up, Richard? Enjoy your time out there, brother. Always appreciate all the support, man.
Oh yeah.
Best, bro. And then Russ says, this is a good one here. He says, you spend more in the off season than in season. You need more visibility in the slow time than the busy time. So like the winter and, winter out here is our rain season and all that. That's when we want to start pumping out with the ads and all
Well,
that.
you really got to be careful when you do that, because someone like Russ who has a big budget can do that. But someone who has a small budget, and you just say, hey, it's wintertime, I got to pump up my ads. But if those calls don't come in and you didn't close those deals with those leads, you just spent $6,000, $7,000 and you didn't even get that back.
I seen that a little. When I first came in, I was messing with the Google Guaranteed, and at first it
Mm-hmm.
was going great. And what
Mm-hmm.
happened was, I swear the competitors seeing that I was doing it, and all of a sudden I started getting all these like fake calls and all this shit, and then my lead price started going up, and I just shut it down right then.
Now,
I
Paul,
can see that.
was that because you listened to some bonehead on YouTube?
Actually, no. This was actually
Okay.
some no. This one came from a real. This guy really knew his stuff, and he knew I was right at the beginning, and nobody else really knew about this or told me. And he's like, "Yo, man, you want to just get the phone ringing right now and start, building your all your phone book and all that,
Yeah.
again for your SMS blast and all that."
Yeah. Yeah.
And they told me about the Google Guarantee, and I tell you, it was a good 2-3 weeks where at the right at the beginning where I was like, "Oh, this is fucking great, bro. This is
Yeah.
like," and then I swear, bro, it was the competitors seeing it, and then I caught my competitor. They don't know how I caught them, but they were calling me up and having me go to fake spots, and then I found out who it was. So if you're listening right now, I know it's you, bro. I've never told you. I come around you, and I've never told you it was you. But I got some shit, bro. That I'm not like everybody else. I can find out
Trust
shit that most people can't.
it trust me, it's always the people close to you when you find out what they did.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's up to you how you handle that. And you ain't got to open your mouth, but you could be like, I'll forgive you, but I won't forget.
I know.
You know what I mean? But I think that Google, Facebook, Yelp, these people know the software they have is a freaking robot AI, all that. They know how to feed it to them. Get them that first month, give it to them. Then,
Yeah.
ugh, they got you.
I love that.
You know what I mean? Get the net. I got a bigger one than Todd. Get the net.
Yeah.
Todd got a guppy. I got a freaking
No
monster.
limits, baby. No
You know what I
limits.
mean? Yeah. Shout out to my boy Legal Limits out there in Berkeley. You know what I mean? Bubs, you guys should reach out to him and book one of your fishing trips. I'm trying to tell you.
Where's the other part of the 707? I haven't seen him around lately, man. I haven't heard much about him.
Those guys been busy. Those guys have been doing their thing, and I mean,
He's killing it this time of year, huh?
it's the season, and you got to let them do their thing, and a lot of people can, you know what I mean, they everybody chooses their own route, and you know what I mean. I can't hold it against them. You know what I mean. Nothing but love. Get your money.
That's it. Lisa says, guerrilla marketing, sit in mall parking lot or a grocery store. We're going to get a QR magnet codes for the trucks. Junk on, junk off. Yeah, I got the QR codes. Those are great. And I got them on the business cards as well and everything. Definitely get a lot of business from the wraps and everything. And I have it where, when they call, I know where it's coming from and all. It'll say it before it goes to me. But the car has been getting a lot of attention. And yeah, it's worth it. It's almost paid itself off. I haven't even paid for it. The guy hasn't told me to come pay yet. But
well, I think I think the beautiful thing about that, Paul, is that what you're doing is, you know what I mean. You're showing yourself as a franchise. You're showing yourself as that monster. That I mean. Everybody's like, oh, I like how that looks. Oh, might as well call him, babe. Take a picture of that. Babe, take a picture of that, or they take a picture of it. But you know what I mean. You're giving yourself that look. So they don't know that you just started, but hey, you know what I mean.
Anybody can do, bro. You all gotta learn. I'm telling you, bro. I hear this 20-30 times a day, and I'm not kidding when I'm telling you how many times I've heard this. They are saying the branding I am doing is just killing it everywhere I go. The guy at the rap place that did all the raps and everything, every time I go over there, he's like, bro, everybody just keeps popping in here asking about you, bro. They see you all over the place. Like,
I
it is
seen you.
nuts.
I seen you on the freeway. I told my wife, there he is. Look, I told you. Look, you know what I mean. You can't mistake that truck. I said, there he is, right there. You know what I mean. I should have made a U-turn in the freeway.
Oh my god, bro! I was like swerving, looking because you said you were behind me, so I'm like all over the place looking. Like,
oh yeah. I was almost by that, that Bodega Bay exit.
Oh, here we go. Russ says Google is jobs today. Bing is jobs today. Yelp is jobs today. Facebook is long-term branding. How do you feel about Russ with the Facebook ads? Give us like what have you seen as far as how long does it take to get the traction? So Mr. Yee just started and all. What would he expect? You know, is it are we expecting a month? Are we expecting 3 months? Like, what is the sweet spot for the Facebook ads to click in? You know what I mean? Considering that you got somebody running them that knows what they're doing, so you know they're going to be testing all of them, and you know if something doesn't hit right away, they're going to swap them right out. You know, I'm assuming that's how this goes. Like,
So anytime you're having somebody do something for you, make sure you're getting reports. There's constant communication. And you know what I mean? They're checking in with you. You know what I mean? Either emailing or they're suggesting something. Hey, we could tweak this or tweak that, but you
so
really have to be.
give us examples with what's been going on with you and Blake, man. Is he checking in? Is there reports? Like, kind of tell us the 411. What could we expect?
I think what you expect is, you know what I mean, someone checking in with you, someone making sure things are right. But far as right now, it's just like, to me, it's just like a retirement. Set it and forget it. So you know what I mean. I just maybe I'm only going to do this for 1 month, because maybe I just I could do it myself. But I wanted to see for myself, for you guys out there. I wanted to test it for everybody out there and put my dollar bill and say, hey, I ran that ad. But you know what I mean? And we'll get more into it next week. Another week goes by, and we'll keep you guys updated.
Russ says this, and I think when we had Blake on, I think he was saying he does this procedure. He goes, that can work if they do one set of ads and you another set of ads and share the data together. Then run ads for both in the same demographics. Yeah, I think what they do is do they run multiple ads to see what hits first? Like, I don't know. Oh, look at you. Every time he gives that smile, that's when he doesn't want to answer.
I'm like, I feel a Blake present. I feel a Blake present. That's why I feel Blake watching us right now. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. But we are running 2 ads.
Okay.
Split my budget, running 2 ads. So, see which one works. See which one works, getting comments, getting views, which one is producing, or which one is stale, or which one do you got to rotate. So you really have to know these things and see what's working for you, because sometimes you post that pitch, just a normal Joe just did a good job, a before and after picture on their regular social media, and they might get from the whole community 100 likes. That works. So then the next week you post another picture before and after, but you only got 10 likes. So you really have to go off these things,
But
what works.
how do you get the friends under the business page? Is it the same? Does it link to your friend's account under your personal?
You can always link anything you want to every account you want. But now, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to do now is, keep it all business. Even from my YouTube shorts, everything that I'm trying to do is strictly business. And, even when I do a short now,
But
it's
how do you get that out there though? Like, because when you get the business page, you have no friends or following at all. So like, who am I getting it out there to? You
in the
know?
groups, in the groups.
Oh, so
So you,
they're sharing, Blake and them are sharing your ads in the groups. How does this all work? I have
they're
no
doing
idea. Like,
there's mass emails, mass SMS texts. See, you guys got to pay for these things, but we're giving it to you guys here. You guys are lucky. We're giving it to you guys here. So there's mass, SMS, emails, posting in demographic areas that, you know what I mean, normally I won't do, because I post a different way, but they know how to post. But and then also with your own business, with your own Facebook business, even when you have a next door account, you have a next door business account, you want to start posting more and linking your Facebook to, I mean, linking your website to it. So you're funneling people all the way to your website, that Google sees all these clicks and keeps you on top. And that there's keywords in those websites, and there's links and everything. So when here's a gem for you guys. Whenever Mr. Yee Yee posts on Nextdoor, I never put my phone number. I always leave my website, because everybody goes to my website
Algorithm.
and gives me a message on my website, and I get it through my GoDaddy. I got it through the Google, and it all filters back to my GMB.
Nice.
So that's what you want to do. You want to filter all these people. So with the Facebook, you can link them when you download something. When you download a reel on Instagram, you
You can
can
link
go
them
down.
together.
Yeah, you can go down and link it into your Facebook reel. So
Yep.
that's the power of Meta that owns Facebook and Instagram. But now they have a new app called Instagram Edits. So it's just like CapCut, but it's free, and you're able to edit all your videos, make your clips, make your shorts. And if you have a little bit of more money, you can get the Opus clip. There's just so many things that you guys could do out there and put it together yourself. And I didn't know any of this until I went on YouTube and said, how do I do a short? How do I? But now you have Chat GBT where you could say, give me some great concepts for my short about my junk removal business. And it would come up with everything for you. And all you got to do is copy all that. Chat GBT is a game changer. I'm telling you guys, Chat GBT is taking over. It's helping you guys, but you don't want to, if you don't want to sound like a robot or sound like you copied something, you tell Chat GBT, give me a description about my junk removal business, but give it to me as I'm a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And it's going to give you all that content like if you're just a normal person. Because Trump, our president, he has a 5th grade speaking level. But guess what? He is so popular. Because he doesn't talk like the rest of them. And every time he talks or tweets, it goes viral. Because he doesn't sound like a robot. I'm not saying I'm a Trump guy, but I'm just saying. Not saying I'm any guy. But you know what I mean? It's just when you sound different and you don't sound like a robot, you get a different audience. So you guys have to learn all this stuff by just putting in that work. And now that you have Chat GBT, I recommend that you get, I was talking about Paulie the other day. Hey, do you got that Chat GBT advanced one? Because I just got the regular one. You know? And guess what I had to do? I had to put up my, you know what I mean? I had to put my credit card in real quick. Hey, going, I need this unlimited.
So we got to catch up on some of these comments. Russ says they look for junk removal same day on Facebook groups, not ads. And then Metallica Maniac said, "Are you bidding on jobs?" What were we talking about then? What were we talking
Facebook
about?
ads, Google ads. Are we bidding on jobs? No, we don't bid on jobs. People just call in and get quotes. So that's what you're going to get with a lot of Facebook ads. You're going to get people calling in. I'm just shopping around. I'm just shopping around. But the thing about Facebook ads is that when you pay for them, people keep on seeing you. They keep on seeing you. And now they say, you know what? Well, let me just call them and see what the price is. But it's
Yo,
on you.
Metallica, are you new in junk removal? Because it sounds like you learn. Are you in junk removal? Let us know if you're in junk removal. And he says, "What's the cost?" Usually, people go cheaper on with the Facebook ads. If that's what you're talking about, you could go with a smaller budget, but there's guys that go big budget. So you could spend $15-$20 a day. Then there's guys that are spending $200 and probably $1,000 a day.
I recommend if you're new and you want to start some Meta Facebook ads, $5, $10 a day. $5 because
But before hold on though, but it's matters, man, because Metallica, it matters. Do you have a GMB? Do you have a website? There's a lot of other steps that need to be taken before you start going the ads way and all that. So look for the basics, man. Get all your basic stuff out there. GMB first. Get on the GMB. Go make your website.
GMBs are free. That's Google My Business is free. A Yelp account is free. Yep. These are the two main things that you should be on that keep your name in the algorithm. There's a gem for you, Metallica.
Yep. And get on Bing too, man. Bing's a good one. Jeff says, "Do they use Go High Level?"
Yeah, you can high level anything. It's up to you. You just have to master the Meta, and you have to master all this. It's just when you boost a post, you're just boosting a post, and they put it a lot of other different. You have no control. You have really no control. But when you get into the Meta Messenger and the Meta Facebook ads, you can totally control everything. I only want 28 to 65-year-olds to see my ads. I only want this certain demographic, this certain area to see my ads. I don't want none of my Facebook friends to see my ads.
This has to be talked about right here, what Kevin is saying. Before you start spending a lot of money on leads, you need to learn how to close jobs at a high level. Otherwise, you are wasting your money. That is the most important thing before any of this. You need to really be honest with yourself and evaluate what you're doing and your systems in place. And I'm going to give you a good person to go and listen. And that is Kevin Hess right here. And that is me vouching for him, putting my name on him.
The
You
stamp, you
need
putting a stamp.
That's it. The stamp is there. And Kevin's course, you need to go and take that. Hit up Kevin. This is so worth it. This thing will teach you customer service from the beginning to training all your guys. This is the perfect start for everybody. Get over there, get into the customer service with Kevin Hess. The other thing that Kevin has just made that I'm actually going through now, so I can't really talk much on it because I'm only about 4 or 5 pages in, which is pretty pathetic. I know, Kevin, I'm going slow. I've just been so damn busy and swamped with everything. But he made a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about Mr. Yee Yee, me, Kevin, and I think Adam was on there as well. And I was asking everybody, I want to find a course to learn about like the AI, different AIs. I want ChatGPT, just something out there. Cause there is this like 28-day course, and one of my friends in arm wrestling did it. And she said it was a complete waste of time. Don't even bother. All it did was tell her there was other AI platforms that we need to learn about. So we put that out there and everything, and nobody really had a good answer and all. Well, Kevin hits me up last week and he's like, yo, I went and made that, man. I made the course for ChatGPT, a couple hundred pages and everything. So guys, if you're looking to learn about ChatGPT and you don't know too much about it and everything, and you're just getting into it, this would be something you should get into. It teaches you so much different stuff, how to talk with AI, the prompts and all that. And this is all stuff that is just gonna, it's just gonna get better and better as AI just gets better. And
I
as
think
the technology,
I think GBT is going to be better than AI. I think ChatGPT is going to be better than AI, and ChatGPT is only going with all of the information it has from Google, from everything that people put in their SEO, everything. So ChatGPT is just all that, and you can ask ChatGPT to write you an ebook right now. And it will write you an ebook, and it would write me an ebook about junk removal and make it 5 steps. Maybe
you
some.
I'm sorry, Denise, Kevin, get Denise one of those, the Chat GBT. She's an AI person. She really knows her stuff, and she was helping all of us. So I would love to hear her feedback on that course. So Denise, you and Kevin definitely connect and everything.
There is so many different chat GBT gurus on YouTube right now,
Yeah,
that if you really jump on there right now and really give yourself some time to learn about chat GBT, I'm trying to tell you guys that the gems I've been dropping all this whole time about ask them and do that with the 5th grade level and all that. I'm trying to tell you, you won't need anybody.
that's
You
it.
won't you won't and especially when chat GBT starts to run ads. Hoo, 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 hoo. But you better get your game level. And like Paul and Kevin Ness said, that is 50% of it. The other 50% of it is your sales pitch. How can you close that deal? You have to be able to close that deal. You have to know how to talk to people without, you know what I mean, letting them see you that this guy don't know shit. He's tripping. You have to know how to talk. And
That's what Kevin's thing did for me. That was my weakness. I'm going to be honest with everybody here. I never had to be a customer service guy. I was always the picky guy that, I make my demands. Everybody's got to work on me, or it's the highway and all. So,
fuck you, pay me.
and there you go, bro. That's how I always was in life. So this was a new, like, I had to relearn things and, Kevin, that, oh my God, if I didn't have Kevin's resources, I'm not kidding. I do not bullshit. I'm no payroll, no nothing. I'm telling you, this guy knows his stuff, and I can't tell you how many times a day I use this. So many times where I would have just froze up and I would have just walked away feeling like a complete retard, and I just messed that up and would have walked away with not closing a deal. I say to myself, what would Kevin say right now? Reestablish your value. And it go through this process in my head, and then my mouth just starts going out. And sometimes I'm like, oh my God, that sounded amazing. I can't believe I just said that. I sound
Yeah.
just like Kevin Hess. And now it's even getting further that Nicole is now picking up on it. And I'm seeing her as we're closing up jobs and everything. She's going through the project, and I'm just like, oh my God, look at this. You were becoming a little expert. I love it. So,
Thanks, babe.
guys, yeah, I'm telling you, guys, get over there. You could learn a lot, especially if you're not good at customer service and
And
closing deals.
and Kevin Ness, Russ Berry, these guys are not charging you an arm and a leg.
Yep,
You know what I mean? Bare minimum. And then you guys have this show that we do.
yep.
And we try to come a few times a week for you guys. Paul came yesterday with a special delivery yesterday, even though I wasn't on the bus. It's okay. But you know what I mean? It was just, you know what I mean? It's just this content we're giving you guys that are showing you guys that, you can do this. Just reach out. Put your pride to the side. And Paulie's reaching out. I reach out. It's just
Well,
it doesn't hurt to.
I want to ask you a favor right now, man. I want you to go do the Kevin Hess
Oh,
course. I
oh.
want to hear your feedback and all that. I want to hear because I
Hmm.
know you got your own style and everything. You've been doing 5-6 years, and that's one of your strengths. I'll tell you straight up. That is definitely I could see you're going to be a closer, like just in your own style. But
Well,
I just
here's
see you incorporate his a little and just let us know what your feedback is.
Yeah, no, I would definitely be definitely be willing to reach out to Kevin, and he's one of our brothers on the show. And Kevin, you're listening. Send Mr. Yee the links so we can do it, and I could tell the people, hey, this shit works. I'm telling you guys. And a lot of things that you guys have to master is that when you go to someone's house, like I've learned this from the beginning. I learned this from the beginning, but I already knew this because of the hustle mentalism. You know what I mean? I could sell snow to an Eskimo. I could sell sand to the beach. You know what I mean? And every time I go to someone's house and I'm in their house, before they get there, I look at something. Like I went to a house the other day, and this in this guy's garage, he had a picture of Al Capone, of his mugshot in Alcatraz. And boom, I knew that was my target to talk about. And we start talking about that. Then we start talking about fishing and halibut. And from that job, I got a $40 tip. He posted me on his next door and tagged me with a picture. And he lives in a private gated community. And he gave me the Google review and a Yelp review. All those for one job.
Wow, nice.
All of those. And trying to tell you guys.
What Metallica? What are you talking about? Data center control Neuralink candidate? I don't know.
Maybe he's in like medical. I don't know.
Okay, gotcha. Troll Hunter, ChatGPT make me sound like Yee Yee. I love it.
Yeah, trust me, man. It's just you'd be surprised. When I see ChatGPT now, and I see guys posting on their Facebook and their description, I know they got that from ChatGPT because I know what ChatGPT spits out.
Wait, what are you talking about? Data centers are global warming, cooling, climate change. Is that where you work? I'm a little confused.
Is he like physics, or is he like a driller, or
I didn't catch where he came from or anything. I didn't see it. Metallica, let us know who you are and all. What's up, Paul and Yee? What's up, JB? How you doing, brother?
916 in the house, baby?
Hell yeah. Chris says, I used Top Dog Blake before. It was a waste of money. We did Google ads and Facebook ads, crappy leads. And that's the honest truth. You got to learn to do it yourself. Chris, how long did you work with Blake for? Let us know.
And Chris, would you like to get on the show to express yourself?
Yeah. Let's send. How can I send him the link?
Well, if not today, Tuesday, or whatever. But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's
Chris. Yeah,
just
hit us up, Chris, on Facebook, man. Definitely hit us up on Facebook, and we'll talk. Metallica says data centers use all our water, fossil fuels, land, electricity, blackouts, water restrictions, droughts, wildfires. All right, you're losing me, kid. What are we talking about right now, man? I thought we were talking about your job for a minute. Now I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
think he's a nuclear scientist. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
His Chris says his management fee is $9.98 for Google Ads and Facebook $7.97.
Yeah. So the more people like Chris come out of the back of the shadows, we're gonna learn more, and you're gonna know who to use and who not to use. And thank you so much, Chris.
What's
Oh,
up? What's up, Russ?
Oh Lord, what's up, boys? How
what's
are
up?
we?
Are we medicated? Are we good?
Sure am.
I
Okay,
love
here
it.
we go. Here we go. Okay, as
I
long as we're
just literally, I just put it down. I think my double chin is showing here. I don't know, but yeah, absolutely.
Nah, no
Enjoying a little
worry.
bit of the California with you, Californians.
Oh
Junk
yeah,
on Junk Off says, I love this chat group. I get so damn much out of you guys. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. Let's do this. And I love it,
yeah,
brother. This guy's
yeah.
40 years in, but he's learning. I love it, Steve. You were the
S-
best, my man. You
Steve, we
really
do
are.
it. We do it for Steve. We do it for Sherbert. We do it for Diesel. We do it for Trainwreck. We do it for this stuff.
He said Mattel goes, I'm computer illiterate, so he's not he ain't doing anything with nukes or anything. I have Facebook page for years. Tell us about it. I get scam calls daily. Okay. But what are you in junk removal? Like what do you do for a living, man?
I
And
think
how
he.
do we know you?
I
Yeah.
think he does. I think his business is called Metallic. I think he was on a show before.
Ah, okay. I'm
Mhm.
all over, but I didn't see what he was saying earlier, so my bad.
Yeah.
We must be way behind because I don't know how Russ is commenting if he's on. I gotta
Yeah,
catch
you're
up.
behind.
Okay. All right.
You're about 35 minutes behind, but we're getting there.
Well,
Oh my
he's
God. All right. I'm gonna have to skip over a bunch of these guys so I could
he's
get down.
he's medicated, so he's good.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
just skip
good.
in.
I'm all
Yeah.
set.
There
All
you
good
go.
to go.
Okay, so Chris says you have control of your ads. You cannot see what's being done or if it's worth your money.
You
Ah,
have control of your ads, but only if you decide to let him run it for you. If you
okay. Say, wait,
decide,
hold on. Say that again. Break it down. So Chris says you have control of your ads. You cannot see what's being done or if it's worth your money. So he's saying that you can't see the progress. Is that it?
only if you let someone run your ads for you, like you don't have a Meta account already. If you already have a Meta account, or you say no, I want to run it through my Meta account, so therefore I could see all the analytics and see everything. How many people clicked on me today? How many people seen me today? You know what I mean? Break it down, Russ. I know Russ knows more.
About what? Facebook ads? What, like,
Yeah,
pick a topic.
exactly.
Pick
So
one.
that's what he's talking about. But you know what I mean? When you
Let me
rely on,
let me read this off. Maybe we could go with this. You don't have to be a salesman. It's not always about sales culture. A customer service culture in the industry works better for repeat customers and referrals, which is the bread and butter. And that's what I was talking about
Yeah.
earlier today, Kevin. I had my best day as far as tips and all. We got a bottle. We got the pickup amazing bottle of wine from Napa, which actually is right here, man. Look at this. Yeah,
Sorry.
look at this
Nice
guy.
one.
oh, nice fancy bag.
Wife's
Oh my
back.
God, this thing is beautiful.
Oh
But
wow.
anyways, and got a $200 tip on a
Yeah.
$375 job, which
Mm-hmm.
that is pretty damn good in proportions and all. I'm just excited, because it's not like a big thing for we don't normally get
Hey,
big tips like that.
hey,
Yeah.
Paulie, but those gifts right there are the gifts that keep on giving. So
Yeah.
you keep that gift in a truck. So the next time you go to a nice client, you say, "Here's a gift from
Yeah.
us."
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but tonight is Friday night, and I promised Nicole she could pop this bottle open. And I mean, this
Oh,
is like some next level. I think
okay.
this is some
It's
crazy
fucking
stuff.
grape juice.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah, but we were just at the vineyard that just made it, and you got to see this house. Oh
grape
my
juice.
God.
Fermented grape juice in oak barrels.
I
Oh,
think
this
I
grape
think
juice smells like it has hints of tangerine.
well, the movie,
How?
Paul's gonna dip some nice bread into it.
I, I tell you what,
With the
I,
pinkies up with the bread
Manja,
in.
manja, huh?
I
Yeah.
used to serve in a restaurant and they used to try to teach me about wine. And this is how I realized I'll never understand anything to do about wine. And they said, "This is a very dry wine." And I looked at them and I was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" And they said, "This is a very dry wine." I go, "How the fuck is water dry? It isn't fucking dry. It's fucking liquid." And that's where I
Because
realized I'm
when you
never going
drink
to be
it,
able to sell wine.
when you drink it, and you get
Yeah.
cotton mouth like
It goes,
instantly right after. That's when it's dry.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but the way he said it to me was just like, what the fuck are you talking about dry? It's a goddamn liquid. It can't possibly be dry. And then they explained it to me, and I'm like, still don't fucking understand it. It's liquid. So
We got to go into this a little more because Chris is being straight up, and this is what this show is about. Chris is saying the
yeah.
biggest mistake I've done ever, never again. Got to be honest.
Are you talking about ads, I'm assuming?
With Blake.
No. He's talking about, I think, Blake.
Yeah, he's talking about Blake. He's saying, got to be honest because nobody tells the truth. Don't trust any management company. Learn it yourself.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I'll say about people when it comes to like Facebook ads and things like that. A lot of times people and I'm not saying, Chris, this is you, so don't think this is me shooting at you, because I'm not. What happens is a lot of people don't realize how bad they suck at their job. And what I mean by that is the Facebook guy and the Google guy, their only job is to make the phone ring. So when you'd say, hey, my Google guy sucked or my Facebook ads guy sucked because he got me 100 calls a month, but I got no work out of it, that's really not their fault, because their job is just to make the phone ring.
Yeah,
once the phone rings, it's on you. And I think a lot of times if people are scared or don't know how to talk to people or don't know sales, what happens is they start to stutter and they go and they sound like they don't know what they're doing. So you're just in nature, if you suck at sales, you could have 100 leads and not do a single call or a single piece of business. But that's not the Facebook or Google guy, because they made the 100 calls come in. That's you or the owner for not being able to close those deals. Whereas you could get someone like me on 100 calls and I'm going to close 90 of them. Yep. So it's a completely different, it's a different thing. And what happens is a lot of times people then go, well, it's not me. It's him and that one over there and this one over here. And they hopping around.
That's why I was saying earlier, guys got to be honest with themselves. And they got to evaluate themselves. And you're only stepping on your own dick if you're going to lie to yourself about it. You know what I mean? Because you're the one that's not closing the deals and all. And I'm telling you, anybody could get good at it. And I'm getting my system down, and it's coming now. Like, I'm having fun with it. It's like showtime when I go to these houses, and it's showing today. I'm telling you, $200 tip, $100 tip, got the bottle of wine. It's me just getting comfortable, and I come in and now I'm just, when you're not comfortable somewhere and everything, you're crossed up, you're sitting small, you're trying to be small, and now I'm just starting to freaking lean out and sit normally. I'm starting to get relaxed when I go play with this. I'm in my zone now, and now the real me is coming out, and I'm selling myself like that. And I see the difference. Anybody could do that. It's a matter of just doing it repeatedly. Just keep going. But you got to be honest with yourself. Don't just keep doing the same thing over and over. Try different things and say, yo, I might not be good at this. And not everybody wants to go and admit their weakness, but that's one of the things that you got to really, if you want to be a better person and really become successful, that's what you got to seek. What is my weakness? And be honest with yourself. And I said that right away because Ricky Ricardo was trying to say, oh, it's your ego. That's definitely not me. I'm not that ego guy. But what I did have a problem with was the customer service thing. You know what I mean? Like dealing with people and, not having them just do what I want because I said it. Now I got to cater to people, which I've never did that in my life. I got to change it around now.
I think if a couple things on sales that a lot of people have to understand is you have to put yourself in the customer's shoes. And if you wouldn't buy from you, there's a really good chance that no one else is going to buy from you because you know yourself better than anything. The other thing that I would recommend to anybody who is nervous in sales or shy or doesn't feel comfortable or confident in themselves is, I think I told Paul about this. I might have said it on the show before, but what you do is you take your video camera and you set it up like this, and you're just staring at yourself, and you go over your spiel. Hey, Mary, how you doing? My name's Russ. I'm here from A Plus Junk Removal. We're just here to pick up the stuff. And you just say the first couple, the introduction. And then you do it with your hand signals. And then when you're done, put the phone down like this and just hit play. And then listen to the words that you're saying. And if you don't like what you're saying, redo it. And then once you get what you're saying down, watch the video with no sound and see what your body looks like. So now you're looking at yourself from the customer's eyes. This is what they see. If they see me come in and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, no problem. I can definitely do this. This is no problem. We're gonna take this. We're gonna take your door off and all that. They're gonna know that I'm not full of shit. But when you walk in and you're like, oh, well, I think we'd probably maybe have to you're you know what I mean? There's a big difference right there. And it just is confidence. And the more you feel confident in the way you sound, you'll come across way more confident when you're selling. And that's and that's anything. I don't care what it is. And then just realize you're there to solve a problem and tell them how you're going to solve the problem and as fast as possible. That's really what you're there for.
That's it right there. And Metallica, he's saying this is using AI is killing yourself and Earth and everything on it. Research and cry. You had no idea. Research will prove my points. Be organic, face-to-face greetings, meetings, give a contact.
All right. So I'm assuming he's talking about climate change and don't use AI because of the batteries and all this other crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming is what's going on.
Yeah.
So here's the only question that I've ever asked anybody that's really big into climate change. And I've yet to hear any kind of compelling argument as to why. So here is two things. Well, actually, I'm going to ask 3 questions. Carbon dioxide is named the gas of what? Right? If you're big on carbon dioxide, you should know this. It's called the gas of life. Because throughout history on the planet, when we've had more carbon dioxide in the air, you have had more greenery, more life, or more oxygen. It believe me or not, and I'm sure you're not going to believe me, but go back and look through history. If humans are the reason for climate change, and we're the reason that we're going to destroy the planet and everything on it, why was planet Earth 12 degrees Celsius warmer 500 million years ago when dinosaurs walked the planet and humans never did anything with fossil fuels, never did any of that? Why was Earth 12 degrees Celsius higher and had more carbon dioxide if humans are the ones fucking it up?
Let's reel us back in the jungle and we're going way too off on that. That could get dangerous.
Yeah, that's why I said it. There's no answer. So
we just went to the exploratorium. But anyways, you know what I'm saying?
I hate climate change people, just so you know.
JB Holland says, when I did ads, I got over 1K views and only 5 profile visited and 1 call. How can I fix the gap? So what's he experiencing? What's the deal with that? You get a lot of. What if somebody's just clicking it? What if you did the ads and
I had one of the guys in my area click my ad.
That's
and it showed me who did it.
Yeah, it'll show you.
And I said, this motherfucker.
Shh, don't tell them that we know. So,
you know what I mean? He's watching. Trust me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Trust me. But don't worry, it's not you who's.
The ads are really. I'll be honest with you. I don't like Facebook ads themselves. If anything, I'll do boosted reels. I personally believe that Facebook group posting is far better for your business than paying for ads. I do run ads every now and then on Facebook for very, very specific things, not general junk removal, because there's a lot of guys in the groups that do that. So when people are looking for junk removal on Facebook, it's typically they're going in a group and saying, hey, I've got to get rid of a couch. Who do I call? That's typically when someone's looking for it. Ads are going to be more targeted for what you're actually looking for, which is different on Facebook than it is on Google. So in Google, you basically only have the area that you want to service, and then really you can play around with some of the demographics, but not many. Whereas in Facebook, you can actually target it. So you can do a realtor ad specific to realtors and anybody in real estate investing or anything, right? And you can do very low dollar amounts per day, but you'll have high quality outcomes because you won't get a lot of them, okay? But the ones that you get will be much higher quality because you're going after realtors, right? So if your ad starts off with realtors, why us, right? The first thing is because we can bill them out of closing. That immediately is going to stop everybody. That ad is going to work with realtors because they see it. It's the first thing you said, and they're going to stop scrolling and continue reading. If you just put junk removal in for realtors, they're not even going to look at it because they already have one. So they need a reason for you to use you over someone else. Same thing if you're going to target roofers with dumpster rentals, or if you're going to go after estates, you could go after elderly people, or you could go after people who are doctors in oncology, or you can go after real estate attorneys, or you can go after all these different demographics to put your name in front of the salespeople. And the salespeople aren't necessarily the end users. It's the middle person between you and the sales and the client. So what I'm saying is you can get those ads specific to realtors. Now the realtor's not going to pay you, but they're going to be the middleman between you and their client, right? You're trying to find the property manager who works for the property. So you're finding the middleman who's going to make the decision. You know what I'm saying? So you can do that with ads versus groups, but groups are where a lot of people will get same day work because someone will ask for a group, they'll get recommended, and then the phone will ring.
So basically, the group is like a chamber of commerce, and that's they all refer each other and they all do that. But there's so many videos out there. Hang on, Paul. There's so many videos out there that you can master Meta, Facebook, Messenger, and you could just go basic at first.
Yep.
And then you grow. Then you learn more. Then you learn more. Because I'm trying to tell you guys, because that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
So
videos work better than pictures too, just so everyone knows. Like when you guys are doing your ads and you're just using pictures, your retention rate is really low. Videos are the reason that everybody stops to watch those ads. So the first 2 or 3 seconds is really, if you had the guy on last night, chunky piss bottles, and you had videos of chunky piss bottles, that's like the opening, like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? So it stops the video, so then everyone realizes what you do. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times on the Facebook groups, you'll have better outcomes than the ads, but the ads are more specific to what you want to go after. You know what I mean? And you can do that.
I want to ask this real quick for Chris that's out there. Chris, how long did you do the ads with Blake for? Like, was it consistent? Like, how many months was it? Let us know that. And then
Chris, come on the show now. Come on the show now.
Yeah, we'll send you the link, man. And then Rodney, what's up, brother? Do you own a junk removal? Are you on YouTube? I want to know who you are and all about you, bro. Let us know who you are.
I think go ahead, Paul.
No, do you think, bro?
I think you know what I mean. There's a lot of learning that I'm doing also myself right now, and I'm so thankful that Chris just came out of the darkness and saying this, and he's putting somebody's name in the air because that's one of the top dogs of doing this. He's saying he's a guru of the Facebook, and before that it was Google. You know what I mean? And because I went back and did a lot of my homework, and I know Blake before he was Facebook ads.
Yeah,
when he was SEO. Google and all this stuff, he still is, but it's just so good that people come out of the darkness like that. And I think that what I'm learning is, and I learn fast, I don't have to learn in like a month. I can learn within a few days because you can see what your ads are doing, or you can know. So, and I know a lot of other people who do pay for Facebook ads, but I think if you are going to this is just a gem for you guys right now. If you are going to pay for an ad, Google, Yelp, different areas with the Yelp. But Google,
West Coast.
If you're gonna pay for an ad, it's got to be Google, and you better be ready. That's just it.
Yeah, it's expensive, and avoid LSA if you can. Google Guaranteed and Google LSA are really fucking overpriced.
Let them know what LSA is, Russ, because a lot of people don't know what LSA is.
LSA is just local services ads. It's the same thing as Google Guaranteed.
But there's a really time, though, but you got to let people know there is a time that can be utilized.
Yeah,
that could
when
be
you're slow.
No,
you
when
throw
you're
it on and hope.
When you're in the beginning stage and you're trying to build that Rolodex, you're trying to find those regulars, and you also got to really be conscious of how much you're spending on them, because I'm telling you, it's a matter of time before the competition sees it and then they start clicking on it. You'll know right when they do it if you watch it real tight, and then you just shut it down that day. Another thing is you can turn them on any day there is. If you're dead that day and you want that phone to ring, boom, turn it on. Now, there'll be some days where you're going to get lucky and you're going to go and there'll be 2-3 load job you'll get from that. And you'll be like, oh, this is the best thing ever. But you are going to go to those days where you go into Santa Rosa to the crackhead that wants the, $50 to clear out the whole house. That would be like 50 loads. You know what I mean? So.
Well, here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about the ads. Just because the ad you got that 3 low job doesn't mean crank your ad up.
No.
No, it means it worked for right there. Let it sit and keep on doing its thing.
Yep.
And then you can say, okay, a whole week went by and I booked like 10 jobs.
Yep.
Then you could say, okay, now I can bump it up 10 more bucks, 20 more bucks. And then you go with that. You just don't once you take an ad off, you're resetting everything.
Yeah.
You don't want to reset everything. It's like when you have that hook out there with the right bait, it's attracting a scent aroma and all the fish are going by it. It's only a matter of time before you hook that big one like I did against Todd on a boat. But you know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. A lot of people think that this ad's not working. Let's change it. But now you just reset everything. It's just like almost a website. Once you mess with it, you just reset everything on Google now.
Yeah, and that's the problem is a lot of people, what I was saying earlier is they blame the Google or Facebook guy and they go, well, I didn't like Rudy, so Rudy's out, so I'm going to go to Paul, and I didn't like Paul, so I'm going to go to Kevin. And every time you hop, you have to reset, and it takes 4 to 6 weeks to start over. And so you're shooting yourself in the dick. And really it isn't anything. Everybody uses the same keywords. I mean, come on, guys. It doesn't fucking matter if I run the ad, if Paul does it, if Rudy does it doesn't matter who's running your ad. They're all going to run it the same way. It's the wording in which they word it to get the people to call you. That's it. They're all targeting the same broad match, same key match, same all that crap. They're all using it. They have the same negative keywords. It's like one giant list.
I got to say this. This is good for being right here. Love the book, Kevin. Bringing me good luck to just landed a 12K junk removal job today. I'm in a good mood. It's my birthday month and going to have my best month of the year this month so far. Hell
Good deal,
yeah.
man. Congrats, brother.
Happy birthday. You got one hell of an accent, I'll tell you that. I was just listening to you on Facebook the other day.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I sent him I sent him Google review cards and talked to him before.
It's the girl. It's Bean.
Oh yeah, Bean. Yeah. I sent her Google cards.
But she has a boyfriend with her, right?
Yep.
But the guy who talks real country. The guy is real.
Yeah, Bean's I've talked to Bean before.
Yeah.
Oh, real Creole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I sent her. I sent her some review cards. Yeah. Good luck, Bean.
Yeah. So that's the thing about, you know what I mean. It's very hard for me to trust anybody who's not in my area, especially not in my own state, who doesn't run ads in my own area, because it's just you don't know the language. And you know what I mean? You know the language. People know the language in your area. And that's just what I'm seeing with my ads. It's just like, I would have maybe worded it a little different, but because you're the pro, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, he has more data than you do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always look at is the guys that are doing it and have been doing it with other people. They don't just see, Yee Yee's ad. They see all 100 ads. So now they're looking at, okay, Yee Yee's on the West Coast, Paul's on the West Coast, Matt's on the West Coast. There's 7 guys in California. And I'm watching what works all over California. And then I'm watching what works in New York. And I'll try it over here. Didn't work. Okay, we're not going to use that. So they can move things better than you can because you're one person. They're looking at 100 accounts and they're looking at what works in Kansas and what doesn't work in Texas and if they can move the ads around or change the wording. But ChatGPT, honest to God, ChatGPT could literally run everything for you. There's the prompts are really the sauce, right? So ChatGPT will then learn what you're doing. And just so you know, Rudy, I'm sorry, Rudy, Yee Yee. OpenAI was started by Elon Musk and the guy that's currently running it now. So it is an AI-based software, and ChatGPT is just the name of the program that they use. Now they have Musk sold part of it, but it is all AI, and it actually the pro version actually will. Whatever you prompt it to do, it will keep a memory of it and just keep going. So now I can just go on there and say, write me a post about my Facebook post about my junk removal company. And it'll say A+ junk removal in Rochester, New York. And it'll literally just spit it right out because it's learned where the name of the company is, the business is, and everything else. So it knows just to use that. But yeah, dude, you could get that thing to do anything you want it to do. The prompts are really where it's at. So you take ChatGPT, who would write the script to put in your Facebook ads for hot tub removals in certain areas or for certain niches that you're looking for. You know what I mean? So, that's where you would use like ChatGPT and AI for that. But yeah, that's great, man. I love it. You're right. You're
Chris
Yeah.
dead on
says,
that.
Chris says Google ads 11 months, Facebook ads 3 months. So that was to your question, Mr. Yee,
Okay.
and when we were asking how long he rolled with him for.
Okay, so
Uh,
he's just beginning with Blake.
Oh, we're sorry. It's Adam. I should have known. I slipped
I
my
told
mind.
you, I
Yep,
told you. See he
I
has
should have knew
that Creole Louisiana baby accent. When I went to
Oh,
New
they got in
Orleans,
Indiana. It's a big difference between Louisiana and Indiana. I can
oh,
definitely
when
tell.
I went to New Orleans, oh man, that accent, that Southern
Oh yeah,
hospitality.
yeah.
Yes,
No, it's real. But yeah, Louisiana. You know what I've noticed with that? Everybody's got their chest out. And they are the toughest dudes there are. And if you tell them they aren't, oh, they're all fighting you.
Oh
So
yeah.
all the bunch of arm wrestlers down there, they are like, it's just hilarious. I love that
I
tough.
love
I
the
went.
thing about the South too. If you ever get in an argument with them and they call you hoss, you're about to get your ass whooped.
Oh yeah.
Say
I
that
went.
word hoss, and you better just be like, yeah, man. Oh,
I
fuck.
went there just to
Here we
eat.
go.
I went there just to eat.
Yeah. Damn. I just wanted the ribs, motherfucker. Here I am.
I just wanted that Creole, that Cajun, baby.
Yeah, that crawfish.
Oh my God.
So Metallica said earlier that he does junk and scrap metal and all that. So he's in the industry. Where did you find us, man? How did you hear about us and all?
Yeah, there's big money. I think Russ makes good money with scrap metal, and you know what I mean. It's just
Yeah, it's on volume though. So that's the other thing too. Is I watch a lot of these guys in here, and they'll bitch and piss and moan about not going to the scrap yard, and I'm not going to go lose a tire, and fucking lose a tire. Listen, I will tell you that I spent probably if I had to guess without off the top of my head $9,000 to $10,000 last year in tires on all of my trucks, and I did $43,000 in scrap in New York, and I think I did another $7,800 in Florida. So over $50,000 a year in scrap in 2 locations. Let me just break this down for all the people out here who refuse to scrap. Okay, one, you're an idiot because a tire costs $200, and you're going to go to the scrapyard 25 times for that tire. So if you're going to bring back $150 times 25 times and lose 1 tire, eat the tire and keep going to the scrapyard. Number one. 2 is you guys say you don't have the time. That's a load of crap because when you're on a job, you can take a 5-gallon bucket, cut the wires off of it, off of every mixer, off of anything, washer, dryer, doesn't matter, and just take back the wire in a 5-gallon bucket. So everybody can collect wire on any job, right? But everybody wants to just get scrap of, copper and brass, aluminum, all of those pay different. And you can make money on motors. You guys are doing hot tub motors. How many of you guys throw out the motors versus recycle them? They pay 25 cents a pound for the motors, and each motor weighs 30 to 50 pounds. So you're throwing away $12 every single time you dump a motor. Why you're not doing this, I don't understand. But let me just put it to you this way. In order for me to make $40,000 in profit in my pocket after taxes, I have to sell roughly, I make 20%, so I have to sell roughly about $150,000. No, almost $200,000
Hold on,
in
guys.
revenue
Hold on, Russ.
pocket the same 40 grand I get in scrap.
Russ, the only thing I just got to tell you guys, we got to keep it where we keeping up with the comments. That's what this
Okay.
show is about. So you could go and you could talk,
Yeah,
but we can't just take over like that because
Yeah.
I'm falling behind right now. And
That's okay.
this we have to say this because this is the other side. Rodney says my company has worked with a lot of the ad companies in the space. Blake is a stand-up guy. So here's the other guy that has another experience that is a good experience, and I got to make mention of what I've heard in the past, and this is a very serious thing to me. Xavier, to me, only maybe 2 people that he's ever hit me up that I've had on my channel, and I'm not going to say who the 2. Well, one of them I am saying right now, but one of them is Blake, and he said Blake is a stand-up guy, and that really means a lot to me, and a lot of guys that know Xavier and his expertise, and so when he says and puts his name on that, you could believe that. So I was told that as well. So I just want that to be heard so that everybody hears both sides and all. Now I have no idea. I've never worked with him myself. Mr. Yee is currently working with him right now. So we want everybody to hear all sides because, it always could be that, maybe Chris had a bad experience because maybe they didn't work together. Maybe Chris wasn't closing the deals. Could be something like that. Like you guys were saying, that is a possibility. It could be that Chris is 100% right. I'm just
Well,
laying
Chris,
it
Chris
down.
has another Chris has another comment on there.
Okay, so I got to catch up. See, okay, here we go. Let me see. I'm sorry, I'm catching. Good luck, Yee. When Blake's guy Chase calls you for the updates, follow up, ask questions, brother. Okay, so
yeah, so there's a guy named Chase, and he's one of Blake's IT guys or his team members who I guess runs the, I don't know. You know what I mean? But the guy does communicate and does follow up just everything I send them.
Okay, this is from Steve. Russ always hits it out of the park. Listen to him. You don't even need to spend any money. Just listen to him. He's mentoring us right now. Oh, bro, 100%. That's why we have him on like every show, bro. Like,
I'm moving to Rochester. What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm moving out.
I'm gonna be out
ain't
there
friends
next
no more.
week, bro. Russ doesn't know yet, man. I'm moving into the garage yet. I'm gonna let him know.
Well, Paul, it's been fun, but I'm gonna kick your ass when you get here too. Don't worry.
You know what I mean? I probably have more luck if I move down to Florida and do that area with Russ.
Florida get better luck. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that
My
New York
Florida
over
location don't run up like up here. I can guarantee you that.
there. Well, Russ, I think you need to sell me one of those used trucks that you got. Will you sell me one of those used
you don't want
trucks?
them on trucks. My trucks. I'm gonna tell you right now. I would not recommend the person who built my trucks to the devil. Like, these trucks are the biggest piece of shit I've ever owned in my life. My roll-off trucks are great. My junk trucks were built by fucking Ray Charles and Helen Keller. And it just fucking, the guy that built the trucks, if I ever see him in person, I'm gonna knock his fucking teeth in, because
what
they're
did he do?
dog
Like,
shit.
why are they so bad?
So you got to remember, the Isuzus are rock hard, bulletproof, right? So the chassis themselves are not bad. So it's really just the dump body that they put on. Between they either use the Champion scissor lifts, or they'll use the telescoping lifts, which we have. But this dipshit, I lived in Rochester, New York. I bought the truck in March. By November, the paint was peeling off it, because all he did was just spray paint on it. He never primed it. He never cleaned it. It just fucking flaked right off. Literally, and this is no joke. I have pictures of every of this. In the first 9 months, the first truck I bought was flaking off, which I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's paint. It's going to come off. I don't really care. Whatever. So then I bought another truck from the same builder. Fast forward 2 years, the tarp arms broke right off the body, because the metal was so thin that the constant up and down just snapped the bars right off the body on both sides. The entire frames of the truck have cracked, and basically the body would sit like this, and then it would sag. So then it was cracking the whole frame all the way around. Both door hinges have all been replaced. Every motor has been replaced. Every tarp motor has been replaced. The doors have been welded. The bodies have been welded. All the electrical wiring has had to be redone. Like, he never even put a circuit breaker in the line. Never put solenoid covers on. So up in the north, when you have salt, it will short out the solenoids. And so the way I found this out was, my guy called me and he's like, Russ, I don't know what to fucking do. I'm driving down the road and the dump's just going up. I can't turn it off. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Pull over. So he's pulling over and the dump is going up. I go, push the down button. So he pushes the down button and it comes down. So I had to have them drive with their fucking hand on the down button all the way home on the expressway from an hour away, just to get the fucking truck back so I could try to fix it. Like, the guy that built my truck, I swear to God, Tom from TA Trucks in Allentown, Pennsylvania, if I ever see you in person, I'm gonna knock your fucking teeth in.
So Russ, for the viewers out there,
Yeah.
You had a guy build your truck, but wouldn't it be, maybe, I'm just saying, would it have been better if you had just went to the dealership and had it built from them?
So funny thing is this guy builds them and then the dealership sells them. So the dealership, the Isuzu dealership, Lehigh Valley Isuzu, sells this guy's truck. They are the authorized dealer of new trucks. So what they do is they take the chassis, send it over to him. He puts the body on it. Then they sell it as a package deal out the back door. Make sense?
Yeah.
So it's the same way like JRA does it. JRA buys the chassis, has specialty bodies, put the body on it, and then sells it out as one unit.
Yeah.
They did the same thing at the dealership. So this was actually bought through a dealer. And it's funny.
I think they all do. I'm pretty sure they all do that. They all outsource it. You can order the package through them and they get their cut, but they're also getting it built down the street.
Yeah. So that's what happened, and it's funny because Andrew Barton at Barton Brothers loves the guy's trucks because he has the same trucks. He's built a lot of trucks for him, but Barton is down in New Jersey and they don't have the salt like we do. I wouldn't recommend that truck to anybody. That truck, I want to set that fucker on fire. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Well,
So,
only because I asked this because I'm gonna be purchasing a dump truck next year,
yeah.
and I just don't want to buy a brand new one. So I've been like looking in West Virginia. I've been looking at so many areas because
Florida.
once
Well,
you look on Facebook, it sends you so many
don't
different
go to
freaking.
Facebook. Don't
You
look
know
for
what I
trucks
mean?
on Facebook.
Yeah,
So go to a website called commercialtrucktrader.com.
yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
and you
Yeah,
can
I've
go
seen
in
it.
there and you can just look for Isuzu dump trucks.
Yeah, and they send you all around the
Yeah,
they send you so many different places
yeah.
where they have. Yeah, so basically I'm still thinking, does Mr. Yee Yee need a dump truck, or does Mr. Yee Yee need like a F450 with a with a 12-foot box in the back that can also pull one of my trailers?
Well, the dump truck can pull your trailer too. There's not. I mean, the dump truck,
Yeah, yeah.
You need
you
a
can put
dump
a hitch on it and run it. And there's a lot of guys, especially in Florida, all the landscaping crews will have a truck pulling a trailer, like
Yeah.
a landscaping trailer. So they do it all the time. You can do it now. When you do that, just know that you're going to be federally DOT'd for a CDLA. So once you hook
Yeah.
that up, you're going to have to go get a CDLA, which is going to require you to spend about $8,000 to $10,000,
I
especially
have
in California.
I have my CDLs for 48,000 pounds.
Okay. Now is that A or B?
That's a B.
Yeah, B. So B is different than an A. So when you have a truck and trailer tandem,
Yeah.
especially that size, you're going to need an A,
Oh
most
yes.
likely.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think it
Yeah.
probably might be a little bit more for the schools out here.
Yeah, and the best thing that you can do, and I don't know how they do it, but in New York to do a CDLA, it's about $10,000 or 15,000, and a CDLB is I think 10, I think A is 15 and 10, or B
Yeah.
is 10. But if I go to Florida, I can do an A for about $8,000, and I can do a B for I think it's like $4,000.
I don't know. California is very wishy-washy about that shit. If you go
Yeah, I
get a
think you got to be a
license,
resident.
yeah. So California is just wishy-washy. If you get your
Yeah.
license over there, it's just like medical. If you get your nursing degree out there, the hospitals won't accept it over here. It's just so.
Yeah, it's all fucked up.
Yeah.
I got to answer this. Sarah says, Paul, didn't you mention you had issues with your wiring on your dump truck purchased from the dealer? No, it wasn't wiring issues. What I had problems with was with rust. It was like there was all like a lot of rust going on. And I mean, we're talking like first like 2-3 months, you know what I mean?
No primer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was. So what I
Yep.
did is I went and did a sealer on the back, and then I put on the back part of the NPR on the lift gate and all that, because it gets real slippery if any kind of moisture or anything. So I did this not real sticky spray on. I'll share it. It is the best thing. It never had a problem after that.
Rhino liner works too. You can get Rhino liner and use that on the inside of your trucks or your beds, and also on rift gates because it has the like the grip so that people don't slip and slide.
I think that's the one I used. That is it.
Right.
Yeah.
You can do either Rhino liner or like any type of undercoating you can do on that too.
Well, plus Paul has those nice, beautiful boots that he doesn't lace all the way up. You know what I mean? Yeah. We see the boots, my brother, with the big old tongue flapping out like that.
I got my steel tip there. Those are my nice steel
Yeah.
tips, man. Ritchie Brothers have great deals on used dump trucks.
Yeah.
All right. And Cisco says, unless the trailer is less than 9,999 pounds for weight.
Yeah, but is that what the GVWR is, or is that the actual weight? Because when you start towing those 15-yard dump trucks, the GVR on those is 14.5 alone. So if the
14,000.
so if the GVW is 14 grand on the back and your truck is 10,000 or more on the front, you're over. You're going to have to get a CDLA. I believe that's the law. I'm medicated, so I'm not going to say 100% for sure, but I'm pretty sure if the trailer GVW of the trailer and the weight of the truck are over 10,000 pounds, it's a CDLA. But don't quote
It's over.
me on
It's
that.
over 10,000. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
I'm
Yeah.
not. There's some shit. I get confused on it, so I'm not going to say for sure. Look at the DOT laws, and then
We're
don't just
good
look
in
at the
Cali with
DOT laws.
NPR.
The state DOT laws are different too.
I believe with the NPR you're good, but I might be with the other one, the big one, the NRR. You might.
Well, I know with the NPR in Cali, you have to get the weight limit. You have to get the tons on the side, and
Yep.
the DOT numbers. So you know
Yeah,
what I
you're gonna have
mean.
to get DOT numbers.
I
Yeah,
got,
but
I got pulled over 2 days ago. He gave me a ticket for the window, the front window being tinted. And
Oh yeah, yeah.
this
See,
dude was going through. He was looking for. They've been sitting outside the transfer station. They've been going after everybody.
Yeah.
And yeah, this guy went through everything, like looking. And
but you know
now
what?
I
You're
know
good
my
now.
shit is perfect. Now I know. That's what I said. I was so happy with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually gave him a card and everything. And he said he had some junk, so he might actually be hitting me up. But he still give me a ticket. You know what I
But,
mean?
Yeah.
but the thing is, when you get pulled over by those guys, just be really nice to them and be like, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I've actually called the state troopers department and I've asked for you guys to do a free DOT check. And they told me that you guys don't do it anymore. So I'm actually kind of glad you're stopping me because I've been trying to get you guys to do this to make sure that I'm compliant. So can you tell me everything I need to do? And now you're like, fuck, I'm caught. I don't know what to do, but act like you're like, well, I don't know, I tried. So, and they'll usually work with you, but they got to give you something. They in New York, they give you warnings.
When I used to throw all the hip hop concerts, man, we used to donate to all the state troopers that have fallen, to the wives and everything. So I honestly I've donated millions and millions of dollars to them. So I could actually say that. And I have this little badge that only if you're a cop you could have, but I have it and it's registered and all that shit. So it makes magic happen.
Yeah. Unless it's California DOT.
Yeah, well, California, all that stuff meant nothing because this guy's looking at me with my stuff and he's like, wait, what? PBA card? What the hell is that? I was like, yeah, on the East Coast, we have that thing, man, where it's kind of like get out of jail.
Yeah, the police boosters.
Yeah, you get anything with that. So JB Hall says even trailers have that problem. You could spend $20K on trailers and it will rust within 6 months, especially on parts that rub. So it must be really, really bad in Florida because everything turns to rust in Florida, man.
No way. Well, I don't know where you've been in Florida, but I've lived
on the water. What are you talking about? Salt water.
I said it depends on
my car, man.
I said it depends where in Florida you live.
Grinding, man.
If you live on the coast, yes, you will get the salt from the water. But if you live on the inland or you're up in Jacksonville or up in the fucking middle of Ocala or Lakeland or Orlando,
Florida, man,
yeah. But yes, you're right. If you're on the coastline, yes, the salt will fuck with you. But if you're in the middle,
ruined, and I couldn't imagine having a box truck. Oh my god, it would be rust bucket in a matter of like 6 months for real.
Yeah, one winter, my shit looked like terrible. But
every time I go to the Florida spot, the rotors, you gotta get all the rust off. You gotta go slow first, and it grinds and it makes all these crazy noises until the rust comes off it. And
yeah, if you're on the West Coast,
yeah,
if you're on the coastline, especially if you don't drive your cars a lot, the rust will get in the air, like the salt will get in the air and rust the rotors and shit. But that comes off pretty easy. You should see my trucks. My God, they're terrible. But Yee Yee, if you do get a truck in California, don't get a diesel. Whatever you do, don't avoid diesels in California at all costs.
I have a 2022 right now.
Yeah,
it's a Duramax. It's a Duramax, and the check engine light goes on off and on all the fucking time.
Just so you know, that motor is made by Isuzu. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
So Isuzu and Chevy have a partnership. So the Chevy 4500s are the same exact thing as Isuzu. They just have a Chevy badge instead of an Isuzu. But the motors that are in the gas Isuzus are Chevy motors. And the diesel motors that are in Chevy trucks are Isuzu motors. So that is an Isuzu motor that's in your Chevy. Just like the Chevy gas motor is in the Isuzus.
Paul, you said your check engine light goes on your Cummings?
Yeah, I just had to get a filter changed on it. The exhaust filter, it was like $2,500, like insane amount of money on that.
I keep on bringing my truck back to the dealership, but every time I keep it there, they got to file a claim. It's got to be there for a week, and I'm like, yo, even though you give me a rental, that thing's only a piece of shit. It can't pull my trailer the way I needed to pull it. But every time I bring it there, they never find the right fucking problem. They always say, we fixed this.
I always had that problem with Ram.
Fuck, bro.
But I got a good mechanic now that really knows his stuff. But I gotta admit, bro, that was the first time I'd say in 3 years that I had to do anything that Ram. That Ram just runs. It is a really good engine. It's the Cummings 2500, really good truck, man. Love that.
So I have the baby diesel. I have the 3.0, the baby diesel with the Duramax with the I got this truck. I got this.
That's an expensive truck.
I got the 7,500 pound airbags on both sides in the back,
That's an $80,000 truck.
and then I got it lifted with the ready
Wow.
lift 4-inch kit. Then I put the
See now,
35s on it.
see now
And
you're going to be out here making YouTube videos saying, "Oh, look what junk removal did. It gave me this jacked up $120,000 Duramax." Fuck me.
no,
Now I got Yee Yee doing courses coming up. What the
you
fuck?
know what? Me and my wife are talking. We want our truck back, and it's like we want to get a dump truck, but I want to take my logos off. I want my truck back, and you know what I mean. I got a $80,000 truck right here that just keep filthy, but it's only got 50,000 miles. But we want our truck back,
Yeah.
so it's like I
The
want to buy.
asset's worth more.
Yeah, I want to get the dump truck and just use my truck sometimes for a trailer pooling or trailer rental drop offs or small pickups.
But what's the difference? What's the difference between you using it for the business or you driving it personally?
Me getting off the wheel because I'm constantly driving while my Yee Yees are taking a nap in the seats.
Okay.
So I'm tired of that shit, and I'm like, no, you guys are gonna start driving, but I don't want you driving my $80,000 truck that I love so much because I have too much personal with this truck. So
Right.
that's why I want to buy a dump truck that we can drive, they can drive, and I can be in the other seats. Then if another job comes up, I can go get my truck with the trailer and go handle that too while they go do this.
Well, look at it this way. If you keep your truck right now with the logos on it and you
Yeah.
get the dump truck, what are you going to be doing with it's going to be your personal truck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you keep the truck and write it off, write the mileage, write all the bullshit off
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and just keep running it. But just do all the trucks, all the jobs out of the dump truck, and then write that off.
But we have a situation in our area with code enforcement where you can't park your truck in front of your house with logos.
You don't have a garage or anything?
I have a garage, but this thing is lifted.
Oh
This
yeah,
thing
you
is,
got get airbags. Come
yeah,
on, man. It's California.
I do got airbags. This thing is real
Come
Marty.
along, we
It's the
ride on the.
This
You
thing is
know,
Marty.
yeah.
This thing is
Drop
like
the
Marty.
bags on that thing.
This thing is like Marty McFly when he first got his Toyota. This thing is lifted up in the air. You know what I mean? And it's my truck. I'm not putting the Corvette goes in the garage. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My wife's car goes in the garage. She can't mess her hair up. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I would keep it as a business asset because the business is worth more with it than without it.
Yeah, we're still gonna do that. We're definitely still, but I want my truck for my everyday use instead of driving.
Yeah.
a little fucking
Just keep the
bucket.
logos on it. Write the mileage off.
You'd be surprised the little bucket I drive right now. I drive my
Yeah.
little bucket right now. I'm like getting tired of that shit.
Yeah, I hear that. I know that feeling.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? We make it work, and we make it work with both trailers.
We got to make a big announcement right now, bro. Next Friday, we're going to be on your channel. We're doing Forget About It Fridays Unfiltered on your channel. We're going to bring it over there. I'm going to be on the other side of the country, but I'm going to be calling in. We're going to do a fun show. So everybody get over, tune in next Friday over at what is it? No limit hauling and junk. I always say no limit junk removal and haul. It's no limit hauling and junk removal.
You sound like a VA. Not that I use them.
Speaking of that, I keep forgetting to ask you, where do I get that the AI thing that you got on the answer machine?
You see, that's the bonus that when you sign up with one of these major hosts like GoDaddy, even though it's limited on some things, but who's ever tweaking it with with SEO can work with it still without being limitation. You can put the 1 million SEO words and all that on there, no problem with the backlinks, all that. But it also comes with the AI arrow. So as soon as somebody contacts my website, it goes. The AI kicks in like a CRM.
We need to throw this out there, guys. Jeff, are you still in the chat right now? Does GoDaddy, a GoDaddy website, does Doodah website, and WordPress, do they all have the same capabilities with adding SEO? I want to know from you guys. So
yes, because my GoDaddy has work. What's it called? Work. What did you just say?
WordPress.
It has WordPress, but you have to build it inside of it, and
no. But WordPress is its own. That's its own platform. That's Yeah, that's where you get your website done and all. So
Yeah.
I'm saying like that one, what I've heard is that it has like one of the best capabilities as far as adding SEO and all, where some of the other ones might have limited. Oh, lost my feed. You're still in the room, bro, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm here. So,
No, no,
I
no.
can't see.
oh, Russ, no, he's blind. You can't see
Hold on.
him.
Oh, he was. Hold on. Let me bring.
So
Where
I
are
think
you?
let me talk while you do that.
Okay.
So basically, my thing with the GoDaddy is that GoDaddy is like $1 billion company. That you know what I mean. Why wouldn't you want to go to them? And plus, a guy who like me who first started, I was like, Matt and JoJo got GoDaddy, so I'm gonna use GoDaddy. So and it was cheapest for me. My wife had her own business also, and she had, you know what I mean. So we went through the GoDaddy, we went through the Legal Zoom, and we just started with these companies. But GoDaddy, I have been able to add things to it, add more sections where you can put so many links in it now, and so many pages for each different service that I do that has backlinks that also has my cities attached to it. So I've done all this myself because I've learned. You know what I mean? Because there's so many people out there that do YouTube videos for GoDaddy website builder. So you guys have to be willing to learn unless you have
But
pockets.
I got to share some that I've learned, man. And
Yeah,
the thing
please.
that I learned is that so I had a Duda website, and thinking that I would have all the
Yeah.
capabilities of everybody else, but then it turns out that it doesn't. So like if you want to pack it with SEO, there's things that it won't take, and it's got
Mhm.
limitations. It's more basic, where WordPress is the more advanced. And just knowing that alone is big to know that
Well,
stuff.
I think you had a meltdown maybe when you found that out. Like, why in the fuck? And
Yeah, I was
I
confused, like,
think
why would I
Paul,
do that?
I think one day we have to talk about that. And you know what I mean? It has to come out and just, you know what I mean? And it's just, watch
I
what you
think I
do.
think Russ is, like, going crazy. It's, like, going in and it's not Russ going crazy, but his screen is, like,
Yeah.
go it's like,
Maybe resend him the link or something, maybe. I don't know.
"Russ, just try hitting the link again," because he's not even in backstage anymore.
No, I
But
don't
it
see
it was
him.
it was blinking backstage like crazy.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
something's going on over there. But
But
Russ, you could just re-enter, whenever, and I'll bring you on.
so that's why, I went with that website. Then when I got with my SEO company, they're like, why reinvent the wheel? You have already got so many things on here. We just need to tweak it a little bit and give it those right keywords and that SEO that it needs, because you already have it ranking with your Google. So
Okay.
if you redo this, you have to reset everything. So
But
let's
it's not, you don't have to redo, you could clone.
yeah, you
And
can
it's the
clone.
same, yeah, it's the same thing like
But
that.
I chose not to clone because I did not want to go to another hosting site. So I said, no, I'm already good here. I'm good here. I've been doing this for, 3 years with this website. I'm good. And I keep on adding to it. I keep on adding sections to it. And my GoDaddy just told me the other day, hey, you have so many pages that you might be confusing clients. I said, well, I'll be the judgment of that. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I love my clients, but I'm trying to also
How many
impress
pages?
Google. I have about almost 20 pages just for services.
Okay, here we go. Here's Jeff. This is my this guy knows his stuff over here.
Yeah.
Each platform has different plugins that they use for SEO. Duda has SEO settings built in, just like most of them, GoDaddy, Google. But Jeff, go chat GBT it, man, and compare the differences, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It has its limitations.
Yeah.
There's certain things that it can't take or whatever, and I just recently found that out. And
I think all websites are going to have a little bit of limitations because no website is just going to be perfect with the SEO or all these, WordPress and all this. You have to keep on tweaking it. You have to keep on tweaking your website and adding thing and updating software and all this type of shit.
yeah. So Jeff says WordPress has been historically best with SEO with the most plugin options, but Duda, GoDaddy, Google are more user friendly than WordPress. Correct. But I want that, like, I want that drag car with like the slicks, the complete street, not the street slicks. I want the real slicks just to get that
You want
extra.
a hell, then you want a demon. That's what you
Yeah.
want. You want that Dodge Demon. You know what I mean? 800 horsepower with slicks ready to go on the track.
Yep. There
But
you go.
but you got to pay for that.
There
And
you
that's
go.
just it. If you but like we bring to the people, it's so hard to trust people these days. Because sometimes when someone's giving you something, doesn't mean that it's right, and they can hurt you at the end. So that's
Jeff,
just
what other recommendation other than WordPress? What other ones are out there that maybe don't have limitations? What do you think?
and
And
what does he
what do
use? What
you have?
does
Yeah,
yeah,
what do you have?
what does Jeff use? And what's his business again? What's his junk removal
Like
business?
Viking? Is
Oh,
it?
Viking, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought he was out of oh no, there's another Viking
it's
out here in the
another Viking.
yeah, in
Yeah.
the 209. There's another Viking.
So Kevin says I started with GoDaddy, but I'm now on Duda and I love it. I have about 80 pages. Nice, nice.
Whoa. So yeah, so you can keep on putting every page and it's just he
I
said he
use
uses Duda.
Duda,
So
Duda.
yeah, do that day. And it's just you can when you guys get these websites, keep on adding pages, services, and learn how to tweak it and learn how to go on YouTube for I go on YouTube all the time for my GoDaddy, how to move my section, how to add a section, how to add a landing page, how to add this, how to do my banner, it's just so many things that so many people out there who have made videos for you to learn. And it's just take your time with it.
Jeff says WordPress is too advanced for me to do myself. I could learn, but I don't need to. Duda works for me. Gotcha. Jeff
Absolutely.
knows, bro. Jeff knows his stuff too, man. So that's
Yeah.
he's a good.
That's exactly why I went with the SEO guy, because I was like, this is kind of deep. I can add some sections. I can add my pages, add another page, and keep on going and going and going and going. I can update with videos and all this stuff, but I need this.
Tell
That,
us, tell us about your experience with William. Since you've been,
oh,
how long you guys been working, and
okay. Well,
you guys connected all the time. Or like you having a
well,
lot.
as you guys seen, I'm one of the spokes. I'm one of the guys who I'm
Are
probably
you
the only
moving
junk.
to the Philippines soon, or is that we can expect
Hey,
a
hey,
Yee from the Philippines soon?
I'm down with the Dobo. I'm down with my Tagalog people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? My wife's over there, but you know what I'm saying? Basically, you guys have probably seen my on Williams Jones, Rank Force's website or Facebook, and you see my video I did for him, and I only did that video for him because I see it working for me. I believe in it that is doing what I needed it to do, because I was like, why is my Google? I got all these Google reviews. My website is good that I think, but you know what I mean? I need someone to do a real quick database on it, or how they run it and see if if you're ranking like you think you are. And when he ran it for me, I got a reality check. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? I was just like, whoa, I'm all red over here. Whoa, wait a minute. I don't
What did
like
I
red.
tell you? I
I don't
told
like red lights. I said, whoa, wait a minute. I said,
you. It's like,
but
stop.
yeah, but I have all these Google reviews, but I wasn't verified because of my location. So then before I got with Rank Force, I actually figured out I thought it was so hard to get verified again. I gave up and I just realized it was only an email.
And if you would have listened to everybody else, you would have spent probably
Yeah.
like 2,500, $3,000 to get that fixed, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I emailed them. We did a video call. They checked my license plate. They checked my address. They checked my PDF. They checked my business card. An hour later, I had my pin on my map. So I said, wow, now I can start ranking. So I said, you know what? Let me get one of these SEO guys. So I said, I'm going to go with the best. That's just it. I don't care what these other guys say. I don't care. I'm not spending this amount of money. I'm going to go where it helps me with my pocketbook. I'm going straight to the connect. And if I got to go see El Chapo or whatever, I got to go all the way to, you know what I mean? I'm going to go wherever, you know what I'm saying? The money is right for me because this adds up all year. So when I went to William broke it down to me and said, hey, I do this. Hey, I do this. And I do this. And I said, okay, well, you know what? Instead of bashing you or asking other people and, you know what I mean, doing a bunch of research, I got a little bit of funds. Why don't we just start now? And the only way to know is to try it. And you know what I mean? I seen him on Paul's show. So that's what really got me when I seen him on Paul's show. And I said, you know what? Paul had him on the show. Let me see what it's about. So, you know what I mean? I said, hey, I'm Mr. Yee Yee. And he's like, yeah, I know you. I know the Yee Yee. And I said, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? What's up? But he actually says, yay, yay. like Paul used to, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you know what I mean? So I reached out to him and he was
That's
like,
because he's from the East Coast, man. That's what we
yeah.
see. That's what we think, man.
So he reached out to me and you know, he gave me ran my stuff and seen like, man, you're not you know, you're all red, but I guarantee you in 1 month I can get you on that first page. And I said, you know, from what I heard about you, what I heard, might as you know what, I got the cash, I can try it. So I gave it to him. He promised me this with the $1 million, the premium package with the 1 million word SEO and all that, and then he helps out with my GMB, with my website, and like you know, even with my you know YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And like you know, I, I didn't have any problems communicating. The only problems I had the first couple days was giving them access because they're way over there and I'm everything with Google. I'm everything iPhone. So Google, you'd be surprised how Google is interlocked to everything. Google's interlocked to your YouTube, to your Facebook, to because you can log in through anything with Google.
They do that on purpose, man. That's
Yeah,
it,
they do it
bro.
on purpose to help you to protect yourself from, you know what I mean? Because you know he's white label, but some people could say that he is, you know, because he's in a different country, he can have access. He doesn't have access like that. I have everything. If he ever charged my account or whatever, I would know about it. I get a red alert. I get that. I can fight that. But it might be a little hard because he's in the another country. But I think with the FDIC, they kind of help that, but I'm not too sure. But anyways, I said this budget is the right budget for me. Within 1 month, first page, green all around my area. I think I showed you, right, Paul? My
That's
and you were like, whoa, you were like,
yep,
whoa, he did all that in 1 month. I said lesser than 1 month,
yep.
and you know what I mean. So, and then
Killing it, bro. So
and then I,
now what's the next? So you move out now. So you got to keep us updated when those reds turn to
yeah,
greens and let
and,
us know. And
and
what that is, bro, when those reds, what it's really saying is, whoa, stop. This ain't your area, bro. So
yeah,
you
you're
turn
not
up the
ranking.
greens. Now that's money. Like, yo, money's here for you, Yee.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? I said, you know what? Let's make those reds greens. I don't like red lights. I like all greens to roll smooth. So he turned all those into greens, number ones, not number twos, number threes, number ones.
Answer that question right there. Read it out and answer that.
JB Hall, JB Junk Removal, you know what I mean, 916. He's close to us right here. How many jobs have you got so far? From my phone constantly goes off from my Google already because of you know what I mean how many ads I got, but I think that my phone has gone off a little bit more because of you know my ranking, and just you know it looks different when people go onto my Google. There's so many things that they added to it, my website, so many things filtering back to my website, so many things that when I was posting my updates, when I was posting pictures, it wasn't, I didn't put all that information like they did, and all that helps you with your SEO and lead everybody back to your
Let
website
me let
for
me
that.
ask you this though, bro. How do you go and track it now? Is there a program like that's what we need to figure out now? Is what I'm
You can
trying.
go in your Google Analytics and you can
Okay,
see,
and you'll see everything.
yeah, you'll see everything. And then Rank Force also gives you an update once a month of everything that they did before and after. This
Yep.
is how it looked before, which you know. And
And it
now
gives
this is
you grades. It gives you a number grade.
mm-hmm,
So say it's like 0 to 100, and you know
mm-hmm,
you were at before you were there at rank forward,
mm-hmm,
it'll show you were at 80. Now you're at 95 or something. So
mm-hmm.
you're
And
getting to see exactly
the
what you're
breakdown.
doing. Yeah. So you know if it's working. You know if it's
Yeah. And then you have an assistant certified to you 24/7. You got to understand they are on Philip in the Philippines time. They are not on the West Coast time.
So let me explain what that means. So I think right now they're waking up right now at this time of night. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing that I'm worried about. And you know, and I keep like going back and forth with the whole VAs and all, and I'm like trying to weigh it out in my head. And that's the thing that is throwing me off big time. Is if I want to have VAs, I want them on my time. You know, because what's the use of me if they're waking up right now and now they start posting and it's 8, 9 o'clock at night? You know, I want it during prime time during the day. and all that. So that's what's like really holding me back. And it's like, what do you think? Do you feel the same?
Then if you want a VA team, then that's not called a VA team. That's called a personal assistant that you're going to pay a lot more money in the States for. That's on even if that person doesn't do California or on the West Coast, they're not on West Coast time. Like with Blake, with Blake with me, he's in Baltimore. So he's even 4 hours away.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do? So, but when you're working with SEO or
Yeah, but
ads,
4 hours, 3 hours, that's okay. We're talking like a whole nother, it's
for
totally
me,
different time frame.
for Yee Yee, it doesn't matter as long as they get back at to me. As long as they
No, 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 no,
respond.
no. Hold on. Let's make it clear though. You're doing SEO. You're not
Yeah.
doing the same thing as what I'm talking about.
Okay. The VA.
Yeah, so SEO is fine with what you're doing and on their
Yeah.
time frame. That doesn't matter. With me, when I was talking about thinking about possibly doing the 5 VAs, we
Yeah.
were talking about it in the community and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the only issue that I have. I want those 5 people. First off, I want them, I'm going to send out my shirts that first off, I want them in my shirts and all so that they're living the culture, they're living the brand. It's coming part of them and all. And then I want them up at the same time. So as soon as I'm up at 6 in the morning, I want them up and posting, in my Facebook groups or my social media. I need that stuff.
So you can get that. You're just going to have to pay a little bit more for them to work on your schedule, your time. So I'm totally guessing that they do have a crew that will work on your time, but you have to express that to them.
But that's not true because I've been watching all the things. So we're gonna have to make a change with that, William, because I seen in his videos because he's been making a bunch of them, and I'm watching everything like you do with all your videos. You're just not looking at the VAs right now. I am right now, and he's made it clear they're on their time, and he states the time. It's 8 a.m. to I think 4 p.m. their time. So
look what Jeff just posted.
He said they will be on your time, bro. They work overnight, but this is the thing that I'm worried about. I don't want working overnight. I want the executives. I want official. I don't want the B team.
I think if you want the A team, you want Mr. T, you want Murdoch, you want all these guys, you're going to have to pay for that, and you're going to have to make that crystal clear. You know how to put a heat on them, and that's just what it is.
That's just you doing it right now for me.
Yeah, that's just what it is. When you're working with any of these guys that you're paying, you put the heat on them. Yeah, and that's just it. If you don't put the heat on these people, you'll let them get away. When the cat's away, the mice will play.
Okay. Jeff, I'm telling you, man, I've been following it, dude. I've been really going hard the last week, man. I'm telling you, I've been looking at all the times. It came out. It was like right now they're waking up like 8, 9 o'clock at night, my time.
They're 12 hours. They're 12 hours behind us.
Yes. Yeah.
So, or front of us.
Or front of us.
Yeah. They're just 12 hours. So, but every time I never had a problem because I'm a night owl. Ooh. Yeah. And every time I have a problem, we message each other right away. But if I really want to talk to William, I put a service call in and say,
hold on. But we got to make this clear. You're not doing the VAs. What you're doing right now, that works 100% per. When you're going to have your team running your shit, I want them up at the minute I'm up and running. I want them up and running, wearing their shirts. I want to be tapping in FaceTime. What's up, man? I want to forget about it. Shirts going on.
Well, I think
everybody in Philippines, they forget about it.
Well, you know what? I think you can get a VA team in California, Paul.
You know how much that would cost me in California?
if you're making this money and you're doing good,
and that'd be more money than my making in junk removal. Completely more money.
And Paul, thank you for bringing that up. That's why don't compete with the franchise, because in all reality, we are the smaller guys, and those franchises, they have to run by a certain system if they want their location to run right. The 1-800 junks, the junk kings, if they don't run by this system, they tell them you're going to fail. You're not going to make it. Just like when you run off a course, if you buy a course from one of these gurus, if you don't do what their course says, it ain't going to work for you. And there's a lot of people who I interview and talk to and say, yeah, I took that course, but it doesn't work for me. maybe because they try to add this to it, or they try to add that to it, or they think they knew. I can do better than that, but and I'm just lucky that I didn't I don't have to pay for VAs, or I don't need VAs, because I'm constantly doing my own social media. I'm constantly figuring out how to edit these videos, how to put more, effects into them, and how to generate better reels for Facebook, for Instagram, for TikTok. And people don't realize that TikTok right now is the number one sales of advertisement. And like in China, they've been doing this for like under 10 years now, selling things on the internet. So much product. We just got it here now from TikTok to the US. But now there's so many people advertising with a TikTok sales shop. And like, if you were in the junk removal and you're doing TikTok, use these boots, use these gloves, use this hat I got from the shop next door. You're going to make so much money there too. I'm trying to figure things out too, or you know what I mean? Like, if they want to sponsor me with work boots, with hats, with shirts, with everything, I'm gonna wear all this shit and show you guys, look, this how Mr. Yee, this the shirt Mr. Yee Yee wears when he wants to work and get dirty. So, but hit the link below because you can get it with the 10% off too. So it's just, social media is so powerful.
We got to say this. Jeff says, I'm talking about regular VAs you can hire, not VAs employed by William. And he says, this is good info right here. My VA works 6 days a week, 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., and I pay $700 a month for her. I found her on the website I commented above. JB says, Yee Yee, what you spending? Let me know. I need to get my SEO audited.
You can definitely reach out to us.
Paul, the VA, this is from Denise. Paul, the VAs will work on USA time if you want them to. You hire who you want and let them know when you want them. Yes, no, I know how it goes. It just, there's other things going on and all people. But yes, I definitely know how to hire everybody, and I got it, guys. It's 100%.
Well, we might be having somebody on in the future who's going through this, and he's going to probably tell his story. And you know what I mean? And they're going to relate to you guys and share with you guys the problems that they had with a certain company. And this is going to be very helpful because it works out for everybody, because a problem got solved. But this person also said I had some issues, but they fixed it. We're going to try to make that happen for you guys.
I like what Denise said. She said you even have software you load on their PC to see what they are doing. SEC by SEC. Nice. Okay.
See? Yeah, you guys see. So you guys are getting gems right now that, you know what I mean? If you can put a computer on them and say, hey, I want to make sure your ass is not sleeping behind that computer for 8 hours. I want to make sure you're on all my social media platforms. I want to even see when you're logged on.
Boom. I like that.
Boom. Put the heat on them, Paul. You already know.
That's it. Well, I want to say, guys, thank you guys. But I really like this show. I like how we interacted with everybody in the comments. I think we're going to do this more often. And I like the flow, the energy. I really like this kind of setup. So we're definitely going to be doing this. Definitely going to be bringing in those additions we were talking about. We're going to be doing the call-ins. We're going to get that set up on as soon as I get back. Give me like 2 weeks on that, and we'll get going with the call-ins. And then we're open to suggestions. If you guys want any other kind of content or any kind of segments part of this show, definitely let us know as well. And I'll definitely gonna get back on getting the guests and all. It's been a hectic week with me going away next week. I just got so much on my plate, and I was racing around all day just to make it here on time. So forgive me, I didn't even really ask anybody to come on or anything. I had the big show yesterday with Matt Paxton and all, so that was like our big guest and all. But next week, or not next week, next week, who are we doing? That's going to be on you, bro. You pick whoever you want to bring on the show, or if you want to bring a couple people, whatever.
Yeah, we'll just we'll definitely let you guys know to throw you guys out a you know what I mean, advertising for the show next Saturday, and we're still putting it together. And if you guys are open, if you guys know anybody, or if you're watching right now, not right now, but you're probably going to watch later on, make sure you like and subscribe, support the movement. And if you have a story that you want to tell, that that you went through and said, hey, I used that guy and it didn't work out for me, come on the show, let us talk about it, or just come on the comments.
Or not, hold on. Or if you don't want to go out to the public and say it, hit us up. Either Mr. Yee, whoever you feel comfortable with, throw us a DM. We don't air it out. You know what I mean? It's just something to put on the radar so we could look into things, and then we could just at least be on the radar. So if there's something that we need to know about, let us know. We encourage that. That's what this show is about. We are here to help you guys. We're here for the people. We're not doing this for any kickbacks. We are here for the truth, to find out what really works out there. We're gonna get rid of these weasels. These people are not going to rob us. They're not going to steal from us no more. Do your research on anybody you work with. If you're about to go and hire somebody, hit us up. If you want to get our opinions or whatever, you guys know where we're at. Mr. Yee's there, been for 5 years in. I'm still pretty new and everything, but we pretty much know what's going on in the industry and all.
And there is a kickback. There's always a kickback. All we ask you is hit that like and subscribe button. That's all we ask. And get on our social medias, the Paul Italia on the Facebooks, on the Instagrams, because there's so much content on there too. And you're really going to like it, because this guy posts a lot with the chat GBT, and you can learn from that too. And there's no secret here. And Paul Italia, Facebook, Instagram, No Limit Hauling and Junk Removal, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And we're just bringing this. We're bringing something different to junk removal.
That's it. That's it. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. We really, really appreciate. JB Holland says, go get those expo tickets. Paul going to be taking people's arm off October 24th. Let's go. Yeah, I didn't touch on that. Yo, Aaron, bring Aaron on next week on your channel for the show. Forget about Fries. Aaron, okay. I'm calling you out right now, man. We got a lot to say to each other. You and your little Pampers talk and everything.
Well, you know what? You might not be around, but we might have Aaron and Ricardo on the show.
All right, but I'm telling you, Aaron, Aaron's feeling spicy, man. But I'm telling you that day, bro, I am taking you for a ride. You've been talking a lot of smack, bro. Like, you've been really getting in on it.
He broke a table. He broke a table and said, Paul, this is how you're going to break.
Oh, man.
And you know what? I'm going to get on the table with Paul, too, just to test it.
I'm getting all aggressive in there. You can see it even on my social media there. That's all your fault, Aaron. You put this on everybody.
Hey, you open that box of cereal. So you know what I mean? You better be ready. Paul's gonna shit in your cereal. So I'm trying to tell you.
Well, thank you, everybody. Smash that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys next week. Have a great night, everybody.